Hello, cats and kittens. We're live, and welcome to Healing Through Music with James and Crew. And today we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to have our top 10 Johnny Cash songs that we love. And as you can see, we have Dawson this day because Judah, it's her day off, and well, she won't be with us for a couple of Sundays, so Dawson will be taking over. I might take one Sunday off just for a break, just to get myself back and like recharge my batteries and whatnot, if you know what I mean. And but today we're gonna have fun. I think Jorgen will be here a little earlier because because it's not going to be a long stream like we normally do. But we're going to entertain you as best we can today. And I'd like to give my shout out to Dave and Jen, as always. We love you. And I got to put something in the private chat, which I forgot to do earlier. I was just trying to get myself organized because I was putting outer sleeves on some of my Wings albums that didn't have them. So I did that, and I completely forgot what I wanted to do. So just give me a second here, and I'm gonna put this in the private chat for you because I'm gonna have you put these out later in the show because they have something to do with the theme. If I can get this to go to where I want it to go. Here we go. Okay. All right. Um, okay. All right. Okay, I want this link here. Okay, copy. Sorry, guys. We'll get into the fun in a few seconds. I just got to get myself organized here because I forgot to do it earlier. Uh, hey, hey, that's on my list too. That song. All right, so here's number one link, which I'm going to ask you to put out later in the show. Not yet. Okay. Now we need the second one, which I will grab now. Um, okay. Oh, no, I don't want YouTube Studio. I want this. Okay. I want to. Oh, wait. That would be easier if I did it that way because I have it bookmarked. Okay. Let's go here. Do. Okay. All right. I want that. And okay, we got this. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second here. And okay, we're good now. I got both the links I wanted. Okay, good. Okay, so both the links are ready to go. All right, but that's for a little later in the show. So let's go across the room and say hello to Dawson the Tatanka.
Hey, you're watching Sir James Bowie Sinatra Lenny White Lennon, and this is Rampage Video coming to you on Sunday.
And do you have anything new to talk about today?
Yeah, I had a great time at Tom Cochrane, great Canadian music legend. Was able to catch about 4 songs near the end of the show. One song, and then the next song was "Life Is a Highway," then "Lunatic Fringe," and then "The Boy Inside the Man." So
Ooh,
only I caught some of it because of the weather. We're here in Canada,
yeah.
so it was great. Tom Cochrane is like the wild man. In between his songs and his phrases, he would do these screeches and growls, and he'd look at the audience and we'd clap, and there'd be a whole engagement more than just the lyrics and the verses. And it's totally rock and roll. During the encore, the guitar player, he stepped on his cord by accident and his guitar
Oh
went out.
no.
But the band kept going. They did not miss a note. And he kind of looked around. He's like, oh, he picked it up. He kind of grimaced a little bit, plugged it in his guitar, and he just kept going like nothing happened. And that's what I like about rock and roll, because even when if it gets unplugged, if there's mistakes, whatever there is, they're going to pick it back up. It's real, raw rock and roll, and I was able to experience it on Friday night.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad you got to see Tom. And
Yeah.
well, yeah, we got the bad weather here too yesterday because I went to see Avatar: Fire and Ash with my friend Adrian yesterday. It was a fantastic movie, very long, over 3 hours long. The 3D was amazing. There were scenes in the water where the water is up to here. You think you're right nose level in the water. That's how amazing it looked. And I really enjoyed it. And the bad guy was some girl. I forget what her bad guy name was, but she had this red bandana on her head, and she saw people with machine guns. She says, "Show me how to make thunder," because that's what she thought the guns were like, thunder. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, I didn't know. Like I that was really cool how they did that, and I thought it was a very well done movie. And you know something about James Cameron, he's got an obsession with water because every movie has to have some water scenes in it, and there's a lot of water in this movie. So you know what? For those who have bladder problems, don't go watch the movie if you're going to pee a lot, because there's a lot of water sounds in it and everything. But the way they did the special effects in this film was phenomenal. I was impressed, and my seats reclined in the theater too. Press a button, you go up. I got that up. I thought someone's phone was vibrating the whole film, but apparently it was all the seats going up in the theater. That was what the vibrations were. I was like, because I was getting annoyed. I'm like, would somebody shut up that phone before I get up and throw it in the lobby? I was like, ah. Then my friend said, no, it's okay. It was just all the seats going up. And they showed a preview of a Disney film coming out. They did a live action of Moana, and it looks okay. I don't know if I'd go watch that. But then they had Super Mario Galaxy, the movie, coming out soon. That looked pretty cool. That's coming out April. I want to go see that. I like Super Mario.
Yeah, that trailer looked pretty good.
Yeah, and next month I'm going again with Adrian to the theater. We're going to go see Baz Luhrmann's Epic about Elvis, an Elvis concert. So that should be really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Adrian!
Well, nothing like that.
I just can't help to say it. Every time I hear that name, I just think of Rocky Balboa.
Oh yeah,
Remember that part?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Adrian!
ladies and gentlemen, uh, Rampage Video here, Dawson and I have we talked about this on Kate's stream the other day on Friday. We're going to be doing our top 10 Johnny Cash songs. So I will do my top 10, and then we'll have Dawson do his. So these are mine. And we're going to start from number 10 up to number one, our number one favorite. So number 10 is on my list. I have I Still Love Someone. That's a good song. I like that one. Next up, number 9, we have A Boy Named Sue, and something he mentioned backstage in the private chat. Hurt. Number 7, Ballad of a Teenage Queen. 6, It Ain't Me Babe with June Carter, and It Ain't Me Babe is a Bob Dylan song. Number 5, Jackson with June Carter. That's a good song. Number 4, Man in Black. Number 3, Ring of Fire. Number 2, Walk the Line. And my number 1 all-time favorite Johnny Cash song is Folsom Prison Blues. I hear the train a-coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Yep. So now we're going to go over to Dawson. He's going to give his top 10 Johnny Cash songs. So start from number 10 all the way to number 1.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for your list, James. It was
Yeah.
amazing, and it covered the range of Johnny Cash's career. And I think this list was inspired from last week, from when I met Robert, who used to be a photographer behind the scenes at the Grand Ole Opry at the Ryman in Tennessee, and he met Johnny Cash. And well, I'll tell you another one of his Johnny Cash stories later. So here's my top 10. Number 10, Jackson. It's the duet with June Cash Carter. And I think that also inspired the Rolling Stones' Honky Tonk Woman, or He Met a Woman Down in Jackson. So I guess it has a lot to do with Southern rock there.
Mm.
Next is It Ain't Me, Babe. It Ain't Me, Babe. There we go, that cover with Bob Dylan's cover. The next one, The Hammer. What's it called? John Henry's Hammer. The Ballad of John Henry's Hammer.
I
Uh,
remember that one. Yeah,
I've
that's a
heard
good
that
one.
before, but it was reintroduced to me from the CD Johnny Cash live at Folsom Prison,
I have that CD.
and this was great. It was like my road trip with my uncle up to North Bay in the winter time. So yeah, it has sentimental value too as well. Really good
Oh,
song
interesting.
for the working class. Okay, so we're on to number 7 here. The Man in Black. The Man in Black. That's what Johnny Cash is named. His famous name. He probably has many other names too, but he's known as the Man in Black. He always wore black. And someone asked him, said, "Johnny, why do you always wear black?" He's like, people got to dress up. They dress up to go to their show, and they wear their best clothes. But I play each show like it's the last. I wear black like I'm going to my own funeral, and I'm wearing my guitar case on my back, and I'm ready to move on to the next show. So
Wow.
number 6. Ooh, yeah, that's one I had to find. One was "You Are My Sunshine." Now, it was written by also somebody else in the Grand Ole Opry, and my friend Robert met him too. The person who wrote "You Are My Sunshine." I mean, that is one of the most, not I would say, probably famous songs. "You Are My Sunshine." It's you see people, your parents will sing it to you when you're a kid, and you'll just hear it once in a while during a movie, and you're like, yeah, the song is pretty
And
moving.
they did that on the Flintstones when Fred, Kareem, Pebbles, and Bam Bam could sing.
Okay,
Yeah, I remember
huh.
that.
I think I remember that. Yeah. It's just one of those songs that really lasts over the years. So that's my number 6. My number 5, General Lee. Oh
Oh
boy.
yeah, I had the Dukes of Hazzard soundtrack album with that song on there.
Ah, yeah. I was looking around one day, learning about the Southland, and of course, one of the things comes up is Dukes of Hazzard. And I'm on YouTube and I see Johnny Cash with Dukes of Hazzard. I'm like, whoa! Like this is some WWE Royal Rumble stuff right here. It's like two worlds colliding, and he's sitting there in the bar and he's playing, and Daisy Duke is singing along. General Lee. I was I was at the Comic Con, and they didn't have the original General Lee because the car, because it was probably destroyed in they're jumping around over creeks and lakes and stuff. But I seen the car there, the big orange car with the flag on top, and Daisy Duke was there, the original Daisy Duke. She was there,
Ooh, did she have the
and
Daisy Duke shorts on?
oh yeah, uh, she still got it. This was a few years ago, but um, it's like almost a personal connection to General Lee. It's like one step closer to Johnny Cash is the General Lee, so seeing that in person. All right, we're off to number 4. Number 4, I would say, would be "I Won't Back Down." Sometimes I like the Tom Petty version. sometimes I like this one, but I think this one, every song that Johnny Cash sings is straight from the heart. Like it just hits you. It's like I won't back down.
I won't back
And
down as a cover.
well, I think he wrote it. So Johnny Cash wrote it. I believe he wrote it, but Tom Petty covered that.
Oh, I always thought it was a Tom Petty song all these years.
Unless Johnny Cash could have covered it in his album. So we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, now I'm
But
curious
when
to know who wrote it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but when he sings that song, it's like he wrote it. So it's basically like he just takes ownership over that. It's number 4. Number 3 would be Folsom Prison Blues. I was going to choose this one as the top song, but I thought the song was called "Hear the Train a Comin'" or something like that. But no, it's Folsom Prison Blues, and it's almost like you feel like he served time in prison. He probably did at some point, but,
Hmm.
but when he performed there, it was the song for the people who felt different, the people who felt left out, the outcast, the people who felt strange, or the freaks of society. And it's this country. It's a country song about trains. So I'm going to put that on my list.
All right,
Number 3.
sounds good.
Number 2. Number 2. I walk the line. I keep my eyes wide open all the time.
Because you're mine, I walk
I
the
walk the
line.
line. I mean, come on! Like this is like a pop song. This is country. This is a pop song. This is his own genre. And I think of when Royce from Royce in the House is talking about, oh hey dad, is this country? And his dad's like, no, this isn't country. I'm like, it's just a different generation. But
Mhm.
when that song, when I first heard that song, it was like,
Hey, Dan.
Dan, hey, there we go.
Dan, the link's up there if you want to come
Oh,
up and
thank
join
God.
us.
Okay, there we go. I don't know what I'd do without you.
I had a feeling it was Tom Petty.
Okay. Uh, Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne wrote "I Won't Back Down" in 1989 from Dan, and yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Dan, the link is up there if you want to come up on camera with us. You're more than welcome to.
And then probably in the early 2000s, when Johnny Cash was covering songs, he got together with Rick Rubin, and they was like, let's bring Johnny Cash's career back. What songs will fit?
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
there
guys.
he is.
Welcome in.
I'll get to my number 1, and then we'll get to Dan over here. Number
Okay.
1
Sounds good.
is, as you've all been waiting for, "The Ring of Fire."
Da 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 da.
How much music can you fit into 2 minutes and 30 seconds? The Ring of Fire. It is I close my eyes and I think of the big Ring of Fire, and just it brings so much imagery. That's number 1 because it's so catchy. It's so much you could fit into a short song, and just like BB King, he can play one note. He can play one song with the whole note with one sentence of Johnny Cash. "The Ring of Fire." It just says it all, and that's my top 10.
I love that. Nice. That's a good one. So, welcome, Dan. Welcome. This
Hey, how
is
you
the
guys
second
doing?
time we've had you here. I'm doing good. Doing
Great.
good. And I got a surprise for you guys because I'm reading this book here,
Oh, okay.
Story of a Band on the Run. This is fantastic. I I'm just about to get in their next album, um, Red World Speedway. They're going to talk about that, and Paul and everybody. It's like interviews in this book almost, and they're telling how he went on tour. Like he was going back to his roots. Their wings are just starting out. They're just gelling as a band, so they're going all over Europe, all over London, England, Scotland, Ireland, uh, playing all the universities, and they're just getting used to each other. And here comes Jorgen. Jorgen, hey, now we got a panel. All
Howdy.
right.
Howdy.
Hello. And I found out something that happened in that time that I never knew, not even in any documentary. I found out that Paul and Linda actually went to New York City to see John and Yoko to reconcile after all the fights and interviews and all their bashing each other in different songs and stuff. I didn't know that. It was so that was kind of interesting. Now I'm going to make myself big because there's a picture in this book that I found last night, and I said, "Oh, I got to show this to you guys." Once I find out where the picture is, hold on, give me a second, and we'll see. Jorgen, you know Dan Just the Facts.
Howdy.
How'd you do it?
I don't know if you guys met before. Jorgen is the jazz king of Sweden. He loves his jazz, and he's got a lot of jazz albums.
Among others.
Yeah. So this picture I found last night, I thought that was really cool. I just hope it shows up properly. Look right there. Look who it is.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Cash.
We got Johnny Cash and Paul and Linda and June. Yeah.
Nice.
And look, there's a painting of Johnny right behind him.
Oh,
And he's wearing black, of course. I thought that was so cool when I saw that last night. I was like, oh, I got to show that to Dawson tomorrow, because I thought of you when I saw that. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Yeah. So, Jorgen, you got anything new for us today?
Well, I have already painted it up in my channel, I guess. As I have an unboxing video.
But you want to show and tell it anyway? Because
there's not too many here, so I guess it won't be hurting the.
No, I don't think it'll hurt if you show it to us, because I'm sure Dawson and Dan would love to see your stuff. Okay?
And I also have something that I didn't show there that I have bought.
Oh, nice! All right, I'll make you big. Here you go.
I start
You
with
got
that.
the floor.
I'll start with that first.
Okay, sounds good. Ooh!
Genesis Live: The Way We Walk the Shorts, which means
Oh wow!
Nice.
And we scale down. We fire Rutherford and Banks and goes to only one.
Oh,
Both sides of the story, 45. The CD single.
Sweet.
nice.
This is a Swedish thing that it was the official song that Sweden had for the football world championships in 1994 in USA. Then they had this trio of classic Swedish pop singers. Glenmark Eriksson Strömstedt had a huge hit with När vi gräver guld i USA, when we're digging for gold in USA.
Ah,
It was the cheer-up song for the Swedish team in soccer world championship.
oh, cool.
And as you have mentioned, jazz.
Yeah.
Harmonica player Toots Thielmans.
Ooh.
Normally, I don't that big on a jazz hour with series.
I never would have thought there would be harmonica and jazz. That's new to me.
He is the prime name when it comes to harmonica and jazz, but he's really fantastic. He's born in Belgium and he has lived in Sweden for many years also. But he has also been he played with Benny Goodman at one time.
Oh wow!
wow.
So these are recordings from 1973 and 74, mainly 74. Really relaxing. Though I'm not as big on jazz and violin though normally, but there is one exception, and that's Joe Venuti, a classic jazz violinist with recordings from the 20s and 1931.
Ah,
Released on Naxos Jazz Legends, a really great series.
Joe Venuti.
hey,
Well, he was American.
he's a big boy.
Now we're coming to the records that I bought. I got a friend of mine sent me it to me. So it was a present that I got, a package full of records that he sent me and that you can watch at unboxing video in my channel.
Yeah.
Starting with 45s. A lot of these I had no idea what it was. This is, I assume it is some kind of a 80s. Most of these, I should say, are from around 80s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. But this, I think this is some kind of a Italo Euro disco from the 80s. Selena with Shotgun. I not heard of it before though.
Not this, not the Selena that A Los Dinos. It's a different Selena, and not Selena Gomez.
Nope. This is an odd combination. Earth, Wind and Fire featuring MC Hammer.
Oh my
Yes.
God. It's Hammer time.
But it was made in 1990, this song, I Wanna Be the Man. So it was made when MC Hammer had his prime year.
And how was it?
I haven't listened to it.
Oh, now you got me curious about that one.
This is special. This is a reissue that was made in 1992 due to Gene's commercial, but the original, I've dug up some information for it since I showed it on Tim's stream. The song was originally made in the 60s, these songs, but it was re-released in 92 for Gene's commercial. Piece of My Heart with the Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin is the big sister of Aretha Franklin.
Oh.
And that was Piece of My Heart, like the cover from Janis Joplin?
I have a hard time believe that. This is written by J. Ragovoy and B. Burns.
Hmm.
So
Which could have also been a cover.
Highly unlikely.
Okay.
From Britain comes this great soul pop band, jazz soul pop band, the Blow Monkeys with Springtime for the World.
Don't know that band. Do you, Dan?
No, never heard of them.
They are really, really great.
The Blow Monkeys. Okay.
They had a hit in the biggest hit in USA, not in Europe. In USA, I think is a song called "Digging Your Scene."
Huh.
Kathy Dennis was a house disco singer in the late 80s, early 90s. Nowadays, she's most famous as a composer for one of the big hits in the 00s, Kylie Minogue's Can't Get You Out of My Head. This is Irresistible, a song that is produced by her and Shep Pettibone that produced Madonna a couple of years later on.
Ah.
We have Wilson Phillips and Keep the Dream Is Still Alive.
Oh, cool. Now there's a band I do know.
Wilson
Yeah,
Phillips.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Famous Parents.
Mm-hmm.
This is British house singer CC Peniston. We Got a Love Thing. I bought this at the record fair not too long ago, so I have two of these now.
That's another one I know.
Soul to Soul, Move Me No Mountain. British acid jazz or house jazz.
Cool.
This is Swedish indie pop from south part of Sweden, a band called Beagle and a song called The Things That We Say, their biggest hit. Or should I say only hit? Susanne Vega, Book of Dreams.
Oh yeah, I love Suzanne Vega. I like Tom Steiner.
And we have something called the Tyrell Corporation, 6 o'clock. I have no idea what this is, but I assume it's some kind of a soul.
I don't even know Tyrell.
Neither do I, but it looks like soul. 12-inch, Sophie B. Hawkins, Right Beside You, from 94.
Ooh.
We have a British band that released only one album, but it was an amazing album, and it was an album that produced hits that became big hits in the UK. A band called Juice. A song called It Love.
No, never heard of them. And you wonder why they only had one album.
New Order, State of the Nation.
That's a Blurred album cover.
Yeah, but it's not unusual when it comes to New Order in the 80s. They didn't have all that much fashion in their covers.
Oh, yeah. Do I hear a cat meowing?
Yeah, that's my cat.
Okay, I thought I was hearing something.
Soul from the 90s, Natural Selection.
Ooh.
And they're from Minneapolis and try to walk in Prince shoes. So it sounds very much Prince-esque. They had a hit with Do Anything.
Okay.
It was their only real hit. This is a band called Soul System that also, like Natural Selection, only had one hit, a song called It's Going to Be a Lovely Day. It was a cover of the Bill Withers song. This is a double album set.
That's a very provocative front cover there.
Not that. It would have been more provocative if she turned herself around.
Yeah, true.
This is a Swedish band. I have no idea what it was, but I remember that my friend told me that he will send it to me. It was a band called Intermission and an album called Skywalk, but I have no idea what it is.
I think there's a crack in the record sleeve.
Yeah, here.
No, the previous one. It's just a joke.
Okay, I got. It took me a second to figure out what you mean. I said, okay, I get it. Intermission. Should be cool.
Bananarama, True Confessions from 1986. This is the one containing Venus.
Yes.
I had the 45 of Venus back in the day.
And finally, Belinda Carlisle, Live Your Life Be Free from 91.
I like that picture of her face. She looks cute there. Yes, I have a crush on Belinda.
Oh, that is.
Wow, very nice. Very nice. Whoops, what am I doing? Okay. So what do you think, Dan? Anything in there that you recognized?
Well, I recognized a few of them, but most of them I didn't. But I always like seeing, things from different parts of the world. I mean, that I would never even see. But so thanks for bringing that up. I like that.
Yeah. So my theme today is healing through music. So I'm going to talk a little bit about someone I know that helps people heal through music. She's a Twitch streamer. Her name is Victoria Joy. And hey, Zara, welcome in. And she's a very amazing singer. She used to sing opera back in her college days, and she sang a few Phantom of the Opera songs for us on her channel. And like Wednesday, she had her Healing Wednesdays through it. So she had certain songs that were for healing, but most of her songs are like that. And she writes her own material as well. And at some point, if I get the nerve, I'm going to ask her for. I'm going to ask her if I could give her an interview and get her out there. And so her name's Victoria Joy Music. She does gigs in different clubs and restaurants and stuff with her friend who is also a musician. So they formed a little band together. She plays keyboard and she plays guitar. She plays ukulele, or is it pronounced ukulele? I'm not really sure, but you can say it both ways, I guess. And Abby Wall is her friend, and she plays guitar. She's a really good guitarist. Electric. She plays acoustic as well. And they harmonize beautifully together, and they call themselves Joy Wall. So they took their last names together and made a band called Joy Wall, which I think is really amazing. And one of my favorite original songs of Victoria Joy is called Be Free. So every time I'm there, she knows it's my favorite song. It's like a comforting hug to me, this song. And no, you didn't spam. Zara. You're okay. So I always request this song a lot because this song makes me feel better. Whenever I'm depressed or down, I say I need to hear my favorite song, and I request that all the time, pretty much. And she's got an amazing voice. Once you hear her sing, you just get lost in her voice, and you forget about whatever was troubling you. And if it makes you cry, if the music makes you cry, that's a good thing because you're healing. It's letting you feel something you never thought you'd feel before. And now I put two links in the private chat. So Dawson, can you put those two links in the main chat for everybody so they can go follow Victoria? So the first one is her Twitch, and the second one is her YouTube channel. By the way, Victoria Joy doesn't know I'm doing this for her. I'm promoting her today. So that's her Twitch. And I think you'll love her. I got lost and I always forget what troubled me. Well, that's a good thing, Sarah. That's what music does. Music is healing for everybody, and it makes you feel better. And that's her YouTube channel. If you want to see her videos on demand, and she has got the most amazing voice. I call her the angel of music. And sometimes when I go in there, I go, "Sing, my angel of music, sing for me." And I'm dying to do one day. I want to sing the Phantom of the Opera song with her and do the Phantom part. And then I want to sing All I Ask of You with her as well. I think that would just be fantastic. And now, because we're talking about Paul McCartney and Wings, I'm going to make myself big, and I'm going to show you my Wings albums that I have. So I'm sure you all want to see that. All right, here we go. Okay, first up, we have their first album, which was a very hard find, but Dave found this for me a couple of years back for my birthday. So we got Wildlife. This is a half-speed master. It sounds fantastic. Sorry about the glare from my ring light. But I love this album. I like the last song on side 2. It's a song about reconciling with John Lennon. Yes, it is, Zara. And he wrote that to say, hey, let's bury the hatchet. You know, you're still my friend. I love you very much and stuff like that. So I thought it's a beautiful song. And this is a 1971 Canadian pressing of Wildlife, which was Sega George got me. So I have two pressings of Wildlife. And then, of course, the next album that came up after that is Red Rose Speedway. And this has one of my favorite songs on here, Little Lamb Dragonfly. And it also has My Love and Big Barn Bed, which is also a good song. And then my all-time favorite Wings album is right next, and that is Band on the Run.
Yeah.
And I like, my favorite song on here is Let Me Roll It. Let me roll it to you. I love that song. Great album. And then next up we have, let me give a little intro to this one. Sitting in the stand of the sports arena, waiting for the show to begin. Red lights, green lights, strawberry wine. A good friend of mine follows the stars. Venus and Mars, all right tonight. And this one has, listen to what the man said on this one. And he does kind of a Fred Astaire song on here too, which I think is pretty cool. I love this album. And then next up we have Wings at the Speed of Sound with my favorite song on here, Let 'Em In. And another one I like, Why No Junko, Can't Say No. A great song. Great album. And it also has Cook of the House by Linda McCartney. And next up, one of their biggest famous albums, their live album, which is a 3 sprawling LP set. We have Wings Over America. Yes. You know what? Since the day I got it, I still haven't listened to this yet, but I should. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I should listen to this soon. But I hear it's really good. Next up, we have London Town. And my favorite song on here is Cafe on the Left Bank. And it also has With a Little Luck. Then next up, we have Wings Greatest. And on here we have Another Day, 1971. Silly Love Songs, 1976. I forgot that song, Wings at the Speed of Sound, which I just showed. Live and Let Die, 1973. Junior's Farm, 1974. I love Junior's Farm, great song. With a Little Luck, 1978. Band on the Run, 1973. We have Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, 1971 from Ram. Hi, 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 1972. I guess that was just a single. Was that just a single, Dan?
Which one?
Hi, hi, hi. We're going to get high, high, high. Was that just a single? That was not on any album, was it?
I'm not sure.
All right. So that's that. Let 'Em In, 1976 from Wings at the Speed of Sound. My Love, 1973 from Red Rose Speedway. Jet, 1973 from Band on the Run. And their single, Mull of Kintyre from 1977. And I Have That 45. And guess what? It also, on side 2, it has my other favorite song, Girls' School. I love that guitar in that song, Girls' School. And then last up, we have the sad thing, because this was their last album they ever made. Can you guess what this one is, Dan?
Back to the Egg.
Yes, this is a great album. This is a rocker. I love this. This is such a great song. And it has Arrow Through Me, Old Cyan Sir. I love that song. I like Rockestra. That's a great jam session they did. Oh,
Yeah.
classic. This is a great album. So that's all my Wings albums. And I do have Ram, and I do have McCartney 1. I still need to get McCartney 2 and 3 on vinyl, but good luck finding them in the wild.
He had so many hits, with Wings. And, I still think my favorite one out of all the Wing albums and songs would be Uncle Albert. That one brings back memories when I was just a little kid. I was probably, 13 years old. So
Yeah.
when I hear that song, it takes me back to when I was 13 years old. So I love that.
Hey,
song.
Jenny. And hello, Jacob. Dawson, can you do a background check on Jacob?
I'm on it.
You're waiting for records in the mail. Okay, cool. I don't know if she has an album out yet, Sarah. You'd have to ask Victoria Joy tomorrow when she's streaming. Now, I'm going to read you a little something from this book here, Dan. If I remember which part it was. I'm going to read you when Denny Lane first auditioned to join for Ram. If I find the right thing. Okay, where is it? Here we go. Okay, it's not there. There. Where is it? Okay, I'm trying to find the page. Oh, here we go. Okay, Denny Sywell. He says, okay, I just caught on in New York in the session world, and I was doing 2-3 jingles in the morning, couple record dates in the afternoon, go to work in the clubs at night. It was beautiful. It was a bygone era that will never come back. You came to New York and had talent. You worked. You didn't have to have political connections or any of that. People trusted anybody that had the goods. So I fell into the best scene immediately. Within a couple of years, I was really doing well, and that's how my name got on this list. That was given to Paul by Barry Cornfield, an old folkie who gave Bob Dylan a ride to meet Woody Guthrie in 1961. One of our watering holes was this place called Jim and Andy's Bar in West 55th Street. There was a phone in the bar connected to radio registry Judson 28800. All those studio guys would come in there to have a drink, get something to eat, cash a check, buy some dope, whatever. It was just one of those places. I got a call from my answering service. 2 pages ahead. Come on, go back over there. Okay. Had a date canceled, but Barry Cornfield wanted me to do a demo at some address. I think it was 43rd Street and between English and 9th or 9th and 10th. I said, I don't know the studio there, but yeah, okay. So I walk over there. It's a brownstone, and it looked like there was no electricity. There's a guy sitting in the lobby. The doors were open. I said, is there a studio here? I asked. A little drum case with me. He said, yeah, basement. I thought, I'm going to get mugged. I walked down the steps expecting the worst, and there's Paul and Linda sitting in the corner. I said, Paul McCartney? He says, yeah, I know that. I went, what's up, dude? He said, I'm going to make a record in New York, and I want to look at some drummers. Are you up for playing for me? There was a ratty old set of drums in the middle of the floor from Sir Studio Instrument Rentals. I said, yeah, I'll play for you. Sure, you got a guitar or bass that we could play together? He said, no, just you. Then I said the line that got me the gig. I said, well, if you can't get it on by yourself, how can you get it on with somebody else? So he liked my attitude already. I said, look, I got a couple of toms. Do you mind? And I threw my toms up and I just channeled the shit out of Ringo. We had a few laughs. I was in and out. 10, 15 minutes. He said, that's all I need. Really nice meeting you, I said. Thanks, man. Great meeting you. And I walked out of there thinking, I just met Paul McCartney. Wow. Now I hear the word on the street that all the cats were getting called in. I'll never get that. I'll never get this gig. I was kind of fresh on the scene, but I had the goods. A lot of good guys of those guys came from the jazz world. There you go, Jorgen, which I did too. But they couldn't play the straight eight, the rock stuff. So I thought I might have a shot at this, but I doubt it. I wasn't a big Beatle fan. So anyway, just 3 days after, he calls me. Hello, Denny. This is Paul. Paul who? You know the guy you played for the other day? Oh, that Paul. I'd like to use you on my album. I said, give me a second. Let me see if I'm available. I savored the little moment, leapt up, and said, yeah, I can do it. So that's how Denny Seiwell got to play on Ram. Yeah. Interesting story. All right. Dawson, I got the message, and yeah, we'll keep an eye on. So what did you think? What did you think of that story, Dan?
It's always interesting to hear how people first meet somebody like that, you know. And I like the part where when Paul calls him back up and he goes, Paul who? You know, come on.
Oh, that Paul. Like he didn't like he was flabbergasted. He didn't know he didn't know whether to shit or steal third. He's like, what? You actually want me to play on your album? But well, Ram was the start of Wings, I think. That's where he really started. Hey, now I can start a new band, but I don't want to be anything like the Beatles. But when they were doing their little touring to all the universities, the chapter I just finished, he was saying, like, he was repeating a few songs that they started in the set, because they're only doing like 30-minute little gigs. And the only thing in the early days when he started out doing that, he didn't put any Beatles song in there. He didn't want to touch them in the early beginning of Wings.
Yeah.
It was too depressing for him. He figured, well, no, I'm not going to do any Beatles stuff because I'm not ready for that yet. Because I think all the people in each university were expecting him to do some Beatles songs. But later on, when they were live and stuff, and when they got really famous after their albums took off, then he started to put some of his Beatles material in there.
Well, something I thought was very interesting about Paul McCartney is when he first started Wings, how he went back to the basics. I mean, sure, he was a Beatle, but he didn't really use any of that. He started just like a garage band almost.
Yeah.
And because they traveled around the countryside in a little minibus.
Yeah, they had a van, and they had
Yeah.
another truck that was carrying all the equipment with the roadies and stuff.
Yeah, like you said, they were only doing. Sometimes they didn't have enough material to perform the entire concert, so sometimes they have to repeat stuff. So to me, he was acting like he was an unsigned band trying to get noticed, but he was Paul McCartney. It's sort of like it would be very easy, but he took it back to the very basics. The way bands begin, and worked his way back. Of course, he is Paul McCartney, so it didn't take too many years, to start getting those hits out there.
But he was smart because he said, I don't want any managers. I don't want any press conferences. I don't want press. We just want to go on the road, do it like that. We don't want anybody to know. Just go for it, just the way we did. That's the way he did it. And it worked for him. And he took the whole family, the kids, everything, the dogs, the whole shebang, the whole kitchen sink, which I thought was pretty cool. He said, I want to go back to my roots. I want to start out like when the Beatles were young, after the Tavern Club, when we went on the road and did all those little gigs here and there in each town and in England, stuff like that. He thought that was the way to start out, just to get his, feet off the ground. And that's how they called it the chapter First Flight. Of course, they're wings, so there's a little pun there. But I thought it was very interesting, and there was a little quote from John, and he liked that Paul went out back on the road like that, just like the early days when they were in the Beatles and stuff. And I thought it was quite interesting when I read that part. And this book reads so much like an interview, and you feel like you're a fly in the wall. You feel like you're there, like you're in a room, and even the dead people that are passed away in this book are all sitting around telling me the story. I like that. I like how that gives that vibe to me.
Yeah.
Like how everybody's sitting there and they're all telling you the story of how everything unfolded. Because in the beginning, after the Beatles broke up, Paul was depressed. He didn't know what to do with his life. He was on this farm in Scotland and everything, and he didn't know where to take his life from there. And that's when he did his first solo album, McCartney.
Yeah.
And I thought that him getting back on the horse and doing what he did was amazing. He played all the instruments, everything. He produced the album himself, that album, but the critics, they panned it. Each album he did, they didn't like it. Like when you I know I'm not interviewing you yet, but is that like that with every band that you've managed, Dan? Where they didn't like the album when it first came out, when the critics reviewed it?
Well, yeah. In fact, I worked with one band for 6 years here in Dallas Fort Worth area, and they were like the top. They called them hair bands back in those days, and they were so popular. They'd be playing 2 times a week, all around Dallas Fort Worth, and they kept getting terrible reviews from the local magazines, some of the other local music magazines around. And it probably took about 5 years before they finally recognized, hey, these guys are pretty good. And then they started getting some positive reviews after that. But yeah, in the beginning, they just, it was bad. In fact, we had some incidents with some of the local media as well. So, there's
it's not that often either. It's not that. It's pretty often also that.
Here, Davis, I'll put the link out if you're still here. If you want to come up.
Not until a member or someone dies, they get popular in the media.
In the case of the band I was working with, they came from Panama and came to Texas, and so they were real familiar with this area. So they ended up moving to the Dallas Fort Worth area, and since they were from the Panama Canal area, they were big supporters of the United States. So they when they were on stage, they would wear fatigues. They have American flag in the background and all this. And a lot of people thought that was kind of odd. But the Department of Defense noticed them and put them on tour. They did like 8 world tours, and they would go all around the world, entertaining American troops wherever they were at. there were times they were on stage wearing flak jackets because they could hear machine gun fire in the background when they're in Croatia. So they got a lot of publicity out of that. And then that's when everybody started changing their tunes. These guys are good. They're entertaining troops all over the world.
It's like here in Sweden, we had a man named Dennis Pop, which was the guy who originally produced artists like Ace of Base and so on. Constantly, for everything that he did, bad reviews. It was commercial dance music and so on. And Ace of Base, of course, got bad reviews in everything they did. Then back in 1998, he died all of a sudden from a heart failure. Wow. All of a sudden, he was the best thing. He was so big outside. It was really, really among the best thing that happened to Swedish export music.
Well, that kind of is the way it is in the music industry. If you have a band that's pretty famous, and somebody passes away in that band, the sales go up. People want to go out and hear that music.
And what's interesting thing is the other guy who produced Ace of Base and a lot of other boy bands that I don't like, but you have to give him that. It's Max Martin, who has produced a whole lot of the modern artists. And when he produced Ace of Base,
the link's right there for you, Davis. Come up.
When he produced all of these boy bands, constantly bad reviews. It was just go with the flow music that no one cared about. And all of a sudden, they give him awards all of a sudden because he has done so much for the Swedish export. It took them only around 20 years for that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Davis. Well, Jorgen, of course, and Dawson, and that's Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hello.
So it takes some time for media to get things sometimes.
Yeah.
And when it comes to hair bands, which I assume is 80s heavy metal bands, they have also always been pretty niche. The heavy metal fans like them, the media not always like them.
True. Mm-hmm. So in that time that Wings was touring, it was the time of Bloody Sunday in Ireland. Do you remember that, Dan?
Oh yeah.
When the officers came in and fired into the crowd and killed a few people, like 13 were killed, and then a 14th was killed as well. And that's when Wings, when Paul wrote the song "Give Ireland Back to the Irish," it got banned on the BBC. It was banned everywhere. But somehow, in the book, I chuckled when I read this part. It said that it went number 1 in Spain. I was like, what? I said, and he wasn't sure. Like, did they understand what the lyrics were about, or did they just like the tune itself, like just the melody?
They probably just like the tune itself.
Like, it went number 1 in Spain of all places. But yeah, that got banned, and I think at the same time, John Lennon and Yoko did a song about Ireland too. I forget the name of the title of the song. Do you remember it, Dan?
No, I don't.
Because they did it too, and theirs got banned as well. But I didn't think that Paul would actually write a protest song about it. I could see John doing that because John wanted to protest the Vietnam War with all his protest songs that he did. But I never thought that Paul would write something like he did. But he played that song on his little tour of the universities. Some people, and there was an activist there from Ireland, and he liked it. He was happy that was being sung. But yeah, I kudos to Paul for being gutsy to do that, But I can't believe they banned it everywhere. Well, it happens,
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So this is Dan. He used to manage a lot of famous rock bands, and at some point, I still got to set up an interview with him. I'll be interviewing him on my channel soon, Davis, and we're going to talk about his musical history and everything, how he got into music, And of course, I'm going to talk a lot about the Beatles because I'm a Beatles fan. So there's going to be a lot of Beatles questions in there too. And we're going to talk about Elvis and everything, and we're gonna get into his life story. It's going to be fun. And I'm not going to time how long it takes. We're just going to enjoy talking about music. That's more important to me than how long the running time of the interview will be. We're just going to go with the flow. And now that I've had like four interviews under my belt, I'm not nervous anymore. Maybe I'll be a little bit nervous because he is kind of a famous manager type person, but I know I'm going to pull it off well. Dan and I will have fun. I'm comfortable
In
with it.
Sweden in the 70s, we had TV hosts that had arranged for them to have for their entertainment shows to have open TV slots, which means that they could go on as long as they liked. It means that the show could end after 3 hours.
Oh my God. Now, one time this is maybe 2 years ago, on a Sunday, and Jorgen was showing us some albums he bought at his thrift store or something, and he had the most funniest album cover I've ever seen. Dan, show him the one that has no name on it, and it's got nothing on this one. This cracked me up when I saw this.
If
You
it
know,
is
Elvis
here,
Davis.
if it is here, that is, and not in
Yeah. I thought I cracked up when I saw this album. Like, there actually was an album. You bought it? He's like, yep, I did. Okay, let's see what Jenny's saying. Do you think artists could even attempt another Live Aid or We Are the World kind of thing? Or do the corporations own artist output too strongly to allow it? I think we're gonna get this answer from Dan. Let's see what Dan has to say about that.
I think big concerts like that are kind of rare now. I was surprised how well Back to the Beginning concert went off. I mean, that was a good one. They had a lot of support. So I don't know. There just aren't big stadium concerts anymore. It just doesn't happen. I think the liability is too high.
The problem is that in the 80s, it was a big interest in helping people. It wasn't as much egos. It was egos, of course, but it wasn't as much egos as it is today. But do remember that we had Live 8, and we had follow-up Live 8 and Live Earth that came in the 00s, and they went. Of course, they didn't walk free from criticism, but it was pretty heavy visited, and they were shown all around the world. So they proved that it might work, but it has to be a certain strong individual to hold it, like Bob Geldof. You can't trust over the companies to do it, because then we will do it only for the money. It needs to be a person that has the energy and the right motive for it. Otherwise it won't do, and it must be a person that has the experience, and there must be a person that have the musical knowledge from around the world. It can't be just anybody. Bob Geldof, everybody knew, he has the contacts and everything, and there has to be someone like that. But Live 8 and Live Earth is proof that yes, it might works even in modern times, but it gets harder the more egos and the more money it comes into the music business.
Yeah. Even with I read up on, I saw a thing that Jack Osborne, Ozzy's son, was talking about the how much money Back to the Beginning brought in. And so immediately, right after the show, people were quoting they made like $90 million.
Wow.
And everybody's going, well, that's great. But when they finally tallied up the books and paid everybody off, there's only like 10 million left. And so people started thinking, oh, well, now there's fraud involved. Somebody's taking the money. But people don't understand what it costs to put on a show like that. So what they were doing at the as soon as the show was over, they counted all the money. This is how much money the company, they all brought in. That was before expenses. Then you got to pay the expenses. And of course, the charity is going to be the last thing on there. But they still gave away about $10 million to charity. But it wasn't the 90 million that they originally, the media was talking about.
It's also a pretty interesting time thing that if you look at, was it 2 years ago when Do They Know It's Christmas celebrated 20 years, 40 years. And for each 10 year, Bob Geldof have been doing kind of a remake. They made for 5 years to Band-Aid 2. They made Band-Aid 20. Now but instead of making a new one, they made a remix and a mashup with artists from the two different, and called it a remix, which is pretty interesting. That he didn't care to do a new one. He only took the old one and you did a mashup of it and did a remix of it, and that was it. So it shows that maybe not even Bob Geldof seems.
That's crazy. Okay, it's amazing how much Clear Channel Ticketmaster skims. I hear European concerts are much cheaper because they don't have Ticketmaster.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
that-
I don't know.
Yeah, I have noticed that. In fact, because I've been looking at concert tickets. You know, I bought tickets to Rush. Whoop, am I still on there?
Oh yeah, you're there.
Something happened on my computer here. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, there we are. Because when Rush tickets went on sale last summer, I got 3 tickets, and they're good tickets, and they're face value, and the face value was $369 a piece. Okay, so I figured, well, maybe the last time I see Rush, it's okay. So I went ahead and got the tickets. Okay, now was it 3 days ago? They announced that the Hollywood Vampires have announced their 2026 tour in the UK. Well, not in the UK, but all of Europe. And so I started looking at ticket prices on that, and it's not bad. You know, because the Birmingham show that I'd like to go to. The Birmingham show is the one I'd like to go to, and I checked the price on it. For American dollars, it's between 75 to 120, I think, which isn't bad compared to what I've seen here locally. You know, so I think they may be a little cheaper over in Europe than they are here in the States.
There you go, Cap, if you want to come up.
And of course, the price I'm getting is actually from the Hollywood Vampires website. You got to go to their website to get the tickets. I think you can go through Ticketmaster as well. So I'm not sure how much the fees are going to be when you go through Hollywood Vampires website versus Ticketmaster. They call it Ticketmaster UK, and I think it's all the same. But still,
Yeah, I know that's a concert I know Kate would be going crazy over if she could go.
Oh yeah, well, I'm going to see if I can get tickets for it. On Tuesday they go and sell on the Hollywood Vampires website. So if I get tickets, I'm going to Birmingham.
Oh yeah,
That'll be August 19th.
wow, that's pretty cool.
You wanted to see an odd record?
Wait till you see this, Dan. This is hilarious.
Okay.
All right, let me make it big.
I went to a thrift store years ago. I think it was around 15 years ago, maybe. And I saw this record, and I felt like, hey, judging by the title, this has to be something really special. I had no idea what I was into, and it was really hilariously, maybe the oddest album I ever have. The Nothing Record album. And interesting here is that they have actually managed to do tracks, even though, of course, it's nothing on the record. It's empty.
Well, I noticed it said there was a lyric sheet. Was the lyric sheet with nothing on it?
Wait till you see this, Dan. It's
We're looking at the back. We have some reviews. That is interesting. We have reviews from celebrities. Dolly Parton says, "Fabulous. I have 2 of them." Sid Vicious says, "My kind of music." We have Stevie Wonder. Is that it sounds just as good as it looks. And we have the Dalai Lama says, "An invaluable learning tool." And
I like what Jenny says. I can sing every song on that one.
Me too. And the lyric sheet, it's right here.
There, that's what I thought.
And hey, we got it with a poster also.
There's nothing on the poster.
And it is some interesting ads here also with it. It also has Nothing Jam, The Sound of Silence, not to be
Nothing
confused
Jam.
with Simon and Garfunkel.
So where can I find one of these?
The Nowhere
Nothing.
Man. The Nowhere Man, sung by the legendary Six Beatles Stu Sutcliffe.
The Nowhere Record Store.
That's just classic.
And it says here, for best results, play loud.
Oh, that cracks me up.
Yo, Dawson, I think your TV is doing things for you. I think there's a ghost in your walls.
Maybe.
That's the wrong team.
Oh,
Oh,
here you go, Dan. Cheapest Echo and the Bunnyman tickets were 175 plus parking. I would love to go, but I just can't do that.
Wow.
Ah.
That's the cheapest? Oh, Lordy.
You know, when I was a kid, you know, when I went to concerts back when I was a teenager, they were like between $4 to $6 a ticket. I saw Grand Funk for like $5. You know, Chicago, $5. You know, and in fact, when I saw Led Zeppelin in 1977, I had to buy my ticket from a scalper outside the stadium, and I had to pay $25 a ticket. I thought I was getting ripped off.
Wow.
$25 to see Zeppelin.
Nowadays, you have to pay through the nose. Well, I was listening to the Fab Forum one night on the Beatles channel, and some lady called in. She paid $800 to see Paul McCartney. Can you believe that, Dan?
Wow.
$800.
And that's probably just to see him. I mean, just to see the concert. You know, they always offer these VIP packages. Well, you got to refinance your house to even buy one of those.
Oh, I
You know,
know.
You know, and in fact, I was looking at the Hollywood Vampires coming up. They got VIP packages as well, and they got what's called Roadie for a Day, where you get to, you know, you get to hang out in backstage all during the day when they're setting up the stage. You get to eat with the workers. You know, just spend the whole day behind there, and I think you get the side stage seat for a while, and then they usher you down in between the stage and the barrier where the press goes. You can go down there for 3 songs. I think they give you some memorabilia, but you don't get to meet the people. You only get to have the experience, but you don't get to meet the stars. But I haven't seen a price on that yet. They don't have a price tag on that, so I'm just curious. On Tuesday, I'm gonna check to see how much those VIP. They got 3 levels of VIP, so yeah, they got this down where they can make a lot of money because a lot of people will pay anything.
You might have to mortgage the house, Dan. You never
Yeah.
know.
Well, I'm not going to do the VIP for sure. I'm just curious what the price is.
Oh God, yeah, that would be.
it's got to be at least a few hundred.
Well, you know, flying all the way to England from Texas to see a show like that, the big expense isn't the ticket, you know, for the show. That's probably the cheapest
It's the
thing.
flight
Probably.
and the hotel and all that shebang. too,
Yeah.
to worry about too. You know, it's not cheap anymore these days. I was at every concert I possibly could back in the day. Yeah, when it was cheap, Jenny. I mean, when I grew up in the '70s, because I was born in '69, so you know,
I'm just kidding.
I never ever got to go to any concerts back then. But I wish I could have because the prices were perfect back then.
Yeah.
We had a guy that in Montreal, Montreal, Canada, Dan, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Montreal.
we had a place. Everything was at the Montreal Forum when they had concerts in Montreal, and it was always produced and by this guy Donald K. Donald. You ever heard of him?
No.
Like he announced he did all the announcements for all the concerts that were coming through town. Because I remember he did one for when they had Beatlemania when it came through town in the late '70s, which I never got. I wish I had seen it, but I didn't even know who the Beatles were then. I think I'd seen Yellow Submarine, but I wasn't convinced that the Beatles were actually a band. I thought they were just cartoon characters at the time. Of course, I was only 8 years old, so I didn't know at the time. But prices of tickets these days, it's crazy.
You know, you talk about Beatlemania. I know the guy that portrayed Paul McCartney in Beatlemania, Mitch White. Yeah.
But I'm well, my favorite Beatle, as you know, is John. but I'm appreciating Paul McCartney more these days. I'm getting more into his music, and I like I've just fallen in love with Wings, and I'm looking forward to February 27th on Prime when they have that documentary on Man on the Run. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, it's about the beginning of Wings and everything. So it's kind of a companion documentary to the book, which I'm really looking forward to watching. If my Because my sister has Prime and she's got me hooked onto the thing, so I can watch it myself. And I'm going to beg and plead with her, can I rent it if it's a pay-per-view thing? And I hope the price won't be too bad for the rental because I really got to see that. Being a Beatles fan as I am.
Did you say you're going to go see that Elvis documentary or movie? What is it?
Oh yeah, epic. Yes, Baz Luhrmann. Of course, I'm going to go that.
When is that premiere?
Sometime in February. I forget the date.
Oh yeah, because I want to see that too.
And my friend Dawson here, he's gone to a lot of concerts. So tell Dan who you've seen and who you've actually got to meet.
I've been to a lot of concerts, but just a couple of days ago it was Tom Cochrane on Friday, and he's like a Canadian version of Stephen Stills, like a folk songwriter, but he'll also do some cool electric rock. And it's the second time I've seen him. I think it was also with Red Rider because the last concert a couple of years ago listed Red Rider on the tickets, and it just said Tom Cochrane. So I don't know, but he brought us Life is a Highway, Lunatic Fringe with Red Rider, and just some really cool hits. And it was kind of psychedelic. It's kind of like a Doors theme to it. He was a wild guy, and he has some good acoustic songs too. But he really got the crowd engaged. It was a real authentic rock and roll show. So that's just one of them I've seen. But in terms of people I've met, I think probably the highlight was Gus G. Gus G from Ozzy Osbourne. I met him back 2014. It was April 19th, 2014, at the Rock Pile in Toronto, just south of Toronto, and. It was after the show. We're waiting around, my buddies and I, and I'm like, oh, that's Gus G. And whenever Ozzy has a guitar player, the guitar player is like the chosen one. It's like he is the chosen one. Out of all the hundreds of people that Ozzy had to audition and listen to tapes and go through the whole process, well, Gus G was the guy from 2009 to 2015, 2016. And I got to meet him after. Very, very briefly, and I just thanked him for the Scream album. He recorded that with Ozzy, and he put on a great live show. I was so blessed to see him. So it was kind of like getting the mojo. I got a little bit of mojo from Gus G.
It's amazing. And didn't you get to see Jethro Tull?
I didn't see Jethro Tull, but I seen the guitar player. He didn't wasn't the original one from 1968, but he came right after in some of the early Tull albums. Can't think of his name, but he was the guy who did the riff on Aqualung, and he was a long time guitar player for Jethro Tull. And got to meet him after. I said, "Hey, thank you for all the great riffs." And he shook my hand. I took a picture with him. I might have showed it on one of Royce's shows. I'm like, that's badass. Like this guy, he'd play a 25-minute song, thick as a brick.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, how do you remember all of these songs? And he just said, it's just one riff at a time. You just rehearse. You just keep playing it. You'll remember it. And then the other key is the drummer. If you really listen to Tull, you'll hear the cowbell. He'll hit the cowbell a few times in between a transition, and then they'll get to the next part of the song. They hit the cowbell, get to the next part of the song, and then they'll repeat it. So that's kind of the secret sauce of Jethro Tull.
Mm. You'll only hear this here on my channel, ladies and gentlemen. You get all these facts from everybody here. And I was going to say something, I forget. Oh, yeah. Well, a few years back, this is back in the 90s. I think it was about 93-ish. I went to see my favorite Canadian band called Cowboy Junkies, and I met the lead singer, Margot Timmins, a few times. I have pictures with her, and she was singing the anniversary song, and she actually forgot the lyrics on stage. She was standing there, and she was beat red in the face. I'm like, oh my God, how could you forget the lyrics? And she's just dancing away, and her brother was looking at her playing his guitar. And then she's like looking around. She's like, So she had to make up some lyrics for one part of the song because she couldn't remember. She totally blanked.
It's like we have in Sweden a singer called Björn Skifs, the one who sang in Blue Swede, Hooked on a Feeling.
Oh yeah.
He had a solo career, and back in 1978 he participated in the Eurovision Song Contest with a song in Swedish, and all of a sudden in the middle of the song he totally forgot the song text, the lyrics, though it was his pretty luck that he sang in Swedish, because then he could just get away with and no one would know that it actually was a part of it, because he and the Nordic countries was the only one who knew Swedish. He got away with it just because no one else knew that it was made up words.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a musician, so I don't know how I can remember every single lyric, because I don't know how the big guys do it, like how they remember every lyric to every song from every album they've ever done.
Memory.
It's like, do you think you could do anything like that, Davis?
If I were to sing a different song from every band for a song that I've listened to for a long time, yes.
I can say that many artists doesn't know every song they have made.
That's why they don't play every single song live.
Yeah, but I bet you know a lot of the lyrics to every Metallica song because you played them so many times, Davis.
Oh, there are some songs I don't care to listen to, like "Escape," "Trapped Under Ice."
Oh, do you want to show Dan your bass guitar you have, Davis?
Hold on.
Yeah,
I never was in a rock band per se, but when growing up, I did play the trumpet for like 7 years when I was in junior high and high school. So yeah, as far as the music goes, once you learn the song, it's just in your head. I didn't have to look at the music; I could just play it.
All right, let me make them big so you can see this.
What?
Nice.
Ooh.
Do you know what kind that is? What is that one? XL.
Definitely an XL. It's definitely heavy as shit.
I can imagine. Wow. So you're still learning to play the bass?
Yeah.
Hey, Mason. Do you want to come up, Mason? I'll put the link out for you. The link is up there. Just scroll up and you can click there if you want to come up. There's plenty of room. We got plenty of room for everybody. Come on up. Let's make this a party. Yeah, this is going, Dawson, my stream is going well today. And I can't believe I've got Dan up here. I'm happy. This is an honor. I feel like I got to do the Wayne's World. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Yeah. I got a question for you, Dan.
Okay.
Is there a way I can contact Tom Frangione? I'd love to interview that man.
I'm not sure who that is.
He's part of the Fab Forum on the Beatles channel on Sirius XM.
Oh, I don't know him, so I don't know who that is.
Because I'm a regular caller. I call a lot to the Fab Forum. I called in actually this Wednesday night to talk about all the Beatles stuff I got for Christmas, and I requested Girls' School by Wings. And Tom Frangione, he goes to the Fest for Beatles and that, and he's a big Beatles trivia guy. And I got to see if he actually has a Facebook page. because I'd like to interview him as well. I think he'd be cool. I'm trying to get all the famous guys on here. And you know who I follow on Facebook? You know Bruce Spicer?
No, I can't say I do.
He's an author of Beatle books.
Okay.
Yeah, he's another one I'd like to interview as well. I got a few interviews I want to do, and pretty soon I gotta get on the bandwagon and set it up with you so we can do this thing, because I'm really excited to interview you. It's going to be a fun one, and we're going to talk a lot about Elvis stuff. Did you ever get to meet the man?
Well, I got to shake his hand once.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
on
Yeah,
Waikiki Beach over in Hawaii.
Wow. Well, I'm not gonna. Okay, I gotta shut up now. I can't ask any more questions because I'm excited to ask so many questions to you right now. But I gotta save it for the interview.
How clean was his hand?
That's a good question. Yeah, I got some Beatles stuff to show you, James. Ooh, all right. Here's the link. I'll put the link for you, Mason. There you go. Come on up.
Hey Dan, did Paul McCartney get caught with like 30 pounds of weed in the 70s?
Well, I don't know if it was 30 pounds. I know when he was in Japan, he got busted.
Yeah, it was like a large amount. Like,
Yeah, he was a little worried there for a while because he wasn't allowed to. Him and Linda both had to stay in Japan for a while, so they resolved that. And I remember they did a skit about that on Saturday Night Live one time, where Paul McCartney was being interviewed by Father Guido Sarducci, and they was asking him, what's your favorite color, just nonsense stuff. And he says, "What's your favorite animal?" Paul McCartney says, "Koala bear." And he goes, "Oh, because they eat that eucalyptus to get high." He goes, "Oh yeah." And that was right after. That's right after he came back from Japan from getting busted.
Yeah, they played that. They played that little snippet on the Beatles channel from now and then. They do that, and then they then there's the one with Chris Farley, where he talks about hey Paul, remember when you got arrested in Japan for having drugs, man? He said, Chris, I'd rather forget that. And he goes, ah! You know how Chris would freak out and stuff.
Or he says, "Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome."
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, someone we haven't seen in a while, Mr. Mason. Oops. Hello. Here we go. There he is.
James.
Hello. Welcome.
How's everybody
Nice to
doing?
see you.
and he's got the gear on.
Yeah, this game could go either way today.
Hey,
I'm
Mason,
nervous about it.
Mason, what's with the beard?
Well, anyway, James, a friend of mine that I work with reached out to me recently. He had some Beatle stuff that he didn't want anymore, and he wanted to give it away to me. Nothing
Ooh.
like or anything like that. Just some like.
Well, I'll make you big and let's see what you got. I'm excited to see this stuff. Yes, go for it.
So first up, we got this, and it looks like they're designing this more for like the White Album era by the looks of it.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
That's awesome.
nice.
We got this, which just has some random stuff in there.
Oh,
Cool.
I don't know what these stickers are all about on here. So
wow, that's amazing.
oh, you'll love this, James.
Oh, I love that. Yes, I do. You know me. That is sweet.
We got a
Yeah,
Sgt.
I do.
Pepper's. I mean, it's the gatefold of the album, but it's basically just like I don't know what it is, a thing that you could just hang on the wall, I guess.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I just don't. Go ahead.
Yeah, he just randomly reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you want all this shit?" I'm like, "Okay." And I have a feeling, James, that this one's gonna be your favorite.
Oh, I want that.
Boston better. I mean, what? Who said that?
Oh, I love it.
No, but that is cool though.
I guess that was the photo taken from. I sometime a New York City album. I guess I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was later than that or not.
So that's all.
Judging from the shirt, I would say that too.
Gee, I wonder who he's voting for at 3 o'clock today. I really couldn't tell you. Is he a Texans fan or a Patriots fan?
Hmm.
Has it not been made
wonder.
obvious?
No, it really isn't. I mean, is it not obvious either, Mason?
Yeah, I'm definitely not a Patriots fan.
Well,
Where are you from, Mason?
Yeah.
Texas,
Oh, so am I. Dallas.
very far away from there.
Hmm. Oh, that's amazing. I love all that Beatles
James,
stuff.
I knew you were especially going to like the New York City portrait.
Well, if you don't want that John Lennon,
No, it's all going on the wall.
you knew that I was going to do that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna try.
And James, of course,
one of
knows
the things I
fishing.
asked was asked the guy was if this was a real ticket stub.
Is it?
He said he doesn't think so,
Wait,
and he's
let's
like,
see.
"Oh, I wouldn't be giving this away to you for free if it was a real ticket stub."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Here, I'm gonna make it big. Can you bring it close to the camera?
yeah. We want to
So we
see.
can really have a look at it. What do you think, Dan?
That looks as real as it gets, but
It looks real.
yeah, it looks real. That doesn't mean it is.
Well, I'd like to see the backside of it, though, too.
Well, I mean, it's enclosed.
Yeah,
I know you can't
Yeah.
take it out, but
Can
I
you
guess
like
the
the
backside
people
would
from,
tell us if it's fake or not. You know.
can you shatter the frame?
It says September 2nd, 1964.
Oh, if that's a really
Yeah.
authentic ticket, then you're sitting on a gold mine. With
what
that.
was the date on that ticket again?
September 2nd of 64.
Okay.
And where was the venue at?
Let's look at this. Okay. Wednesday Eve at 8 p.m.
That was in,
Convention Hall Center Orchestra,
Okay.
$5.50. Philadelphia, PA.
Yeah.
Those are all the details I can pull up from this.
Oh, it doesn't say what where they played, like what.
Well, we know that the
concert
Beatles had arrived in America by that point because the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Well, I can see that Dan's looking it up, so
Yeah. I'm looking at, let's see.
we can actually see where the venue was at.
Yeah, it does say it was at in Philadelphia at the convention center,
Oh, okay.
but I'm looking at images of the tickets that were used that day.
Nah, James, you're not getting any of this. You're not getting any of this.
Oh, I want that, John.
I needed some Beatles shit to hang on my wall.
I'm just teasing you. You know that, but I really do love that.
I know you want. I know you want the John Lennon thing.
Oh my God. If you said you were going to say, just give me your address, James, on Facebook and didn't tell me, and then I got that in the mail, I would be bawling like a baby. I'd be like, oh my God, you did send it to me.
No, there are some stuff I would be willing to give you, James. I would be willing to send your way, just because I need to clear out the clutter and I don't collect much physical media at all anymore.
Uh-huh.
Hey, James, I just uploaded a picture that you can bring on the stage. Look down where the backstage area. You should see a.
Okay, I can bring it up, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So is it legit?
That's a legit ticket there.
Oh, yeah, that looks like a legit ticket, definitely.
We're not gonna tell him that we found that out, okay? Because then he's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna need that back."
Where what is the seating on your ticket?
Oh, this is orchestra as
What
well.
I-
$5.50. Yep.
I'm not sure where I would want to look on here.
It looked like on either end of the ticket.
My seating says GG2.
Okay, so it's not a copy of this ticket at least. So if it is a copy,
Looks like I'd say a legit ticket stub. Well, I'm sitting on a gold mine here.
All right, Dan, are you able to kick that picture off the stage? Because I don't want to accidentally kick you off the panel. There we go. I don't want to lose you because you're my guest. That would be crazy. I had to do that once for Kate on here because she had trouble. I had to kick her from the stage because she had trouble getting off because she had to reboot her computer because her computer was acting up. And she says, James, can you kick me? I'm like, what? You want me to actually kick you? Like, yeah, okay. I said, but I'm not a violent man. I teased her a little bit. Yeah, but she's really crazy about the monkeys.
Oh yeah.
James,
Yeah.
how many John Lennon albums do you own on CD?
I don't know.
Because I've got most of them on CD, and I'm looking to kind of clear out the clutter. They're in storage.
Oh yeah. Well, you'd have to show
I found
me
in
those.
recent years that it's most convenient for me to just pull everything up on my phone.
Yeah, I'd have to see the album covers, which ones I don't have, which I'd like to have.
Do you own sometime in New York City?
No, I don't.
Mind Games.
I have Mind Games.
But which one do you have? Do you have that?
I have
do
it
you
on
have that?
vinyl.
Do you have that remix that they put out recently?
No, I don't.
Let's see, Plastic Ono Band.
No, I don't have that.
I think we're close to making a deal. I think we're
I
close
think
to
those
making
are
a
the
deal.
ones I would take.
So when you're making a deal works, though, I don't think you say we're close to getting a deal when you're close to getting a deal. I think that's an inside thought that you have in your head. You go, oh, okay, we're close, and then you keep like poking the stick at James, going, hey, you want this? You want this? You want this? You want this? Millie's here. You want this? You want this? Millie's here. You want this?
Well,
Oh, don't do the
James and I both know that if it's anything John Lennon, he's all in.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll take it. Do you have McCartney's second album, McCartney 2?
I have McCartney 1.
Oh, I have McCartney 1. It's
I have
I'm looking
McCartney
for.
2.
You do?
I have Press to Play.
Ooh, that's one I don't have.
Me too on cassette.
I have an OG Press to Play, for that matter.
Kitty!
It is. I'm one of the few who
Hey,
like.
Sean, how's it going? Sean Spins is in the house. Okay, what's the links here that Sean put in? Can you take a look at that, Dawson? Oh, it's about the tickets.
I don't want to get. I don't know what those links are. I don't want to get a virus.
No, it's okay.
Send it to me. I'll look at it. I don't care.
All right, yeah. Let Davis take it. He'll look at it.
Where are the links?
The links are in the chat.
Oh, that chat. Okay.
Yeah, I have to go on YouTube side to get the links, and then we can see exactly what we're looking at.
New frame, 16 by 13. The Beatles repligraph of 1964. Philadelphia ticket photo 5625. First link. Second link. The ticket stub itself, laminated $8. eBay. Third link. Same thing, $8. Or second link, I mean.
Oh, it's the same ticket number.
Yeah, it is GG2.
Oh my God. But the thing is it authentic? Is it an actual, Sean, is that an actual ticket that Mason has in the picture?
Here. This is legit. Link. Here you go. There's that and that. Put it in the side chat here for you guys, so
All right, let me have a look here. Whoa. $8? That's only $8 to buy that thing?
Apparently.
I thought it would be more. So maybe this is a real ticket. Who knows? Imagine that if it was, then that would be a real gold mine.
I don't think
wonder.
it's real
Oh, it's
because
copies.
I think it would have more wear and tear on it. I think Mason's looks too good. It seems too good to be true.
Yeah, it's like a made up one, maybe. Yeah, it might be.
Ow! Oh, I just banged my fucking knee.
So did we find out any further information?
It's the same. It's the same. It's the same ticket that you have. So it must be a copy because I don't think that one's real. Because on eBay, it's going for. Look at the site. Look at the private chat and click on those links, Mason.
And he says also in the.
I'm currently eating right now, James, so I'll do it in a moment.
Because it says that if you want to buy the ticket on its own, it's $8. So it must not be the real thing.
He says
Because
copy.
if it was a real one,
There would
then
only-
it would have cost more.
Yeah.
He also
Right,
says
right.
He also says copies in chat.
Yeah, Sean Spin says it's a copy, so it can't be the real deal. So it's just a copy, it's a fake, so it's not real. But imagine if it was, how much money you'd be sitting on with that thing. Oh my god. Wow, that would just be something. Yeah. All right, now I'm going to go around the panel because we got to get back to my theme of healing through music. I'm going to start with Dan, and tell me what music helps you heal. Like what makes, if you're feeling down, what music gets you through it.
Definitely nothing heavy.
No.
Even though I'm a heavy metal fan, I like to. I don't know. Even some of Black Sabbath stuff that's very calming. Believe it or not, because they got at least one mellow song on every album, which I always liked. You can be headbanging one moment, and the next song, you're kicked back and relaxed. And I go as far as I even like the Carpenters. I'm not old.
Hey,
but I've always liked the Carpenters.
Yeah, I have almost every album with exception from one or two.
Oh, but people always find it strange. Well, because I've hanging around all these heavy metal guys, Pantera, for years, and but I still like the mellow stuff. I still like the. It's not. I'm not. It's not all heavy metal.
It's interesting with Carpenters is that the first album I bought was their Ordinary compilation album, and then I felt like, oh, Carpenter's album will be so tough to get hold of. I always see the comp collection, but I never see anything else. And now I'm sitting here with one or two from the complete section. It wasn't all that hard that I thought.
Yeah.
All right, now Jorgen, your turn. For healing through music, what music heals you?
It depends on mood always. Like Dan says, it is relaxing music, nostalgic music from the past, 80s, soul, jazz, that kind of stuff. Old radio, as I'm collecting old radio shows with music also.
Yeah.
Hammond organ, there's nothing more relaxing than Hammond organ music, in my opinion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sound from a real B3 Hammond organ is fantastic, relaxing.
Okay. Now Davis.
Gee, I wonder.
I kind of knew that was going to be Metallica, obviously.
Box sets back there. You can see the black.
He's obsessed with Metallica,
right
Dan.
there.
If you didn't notice,
Okay.
Literally,
he has
most of the
practically every
vinyl I
album
have,
we've made.
every album on CD, every album on vinyl, a couple albums on tape, VHS, DVD. So I wonder what my favorite band is. books, posters, lanyards, keychains, fucking Funko Pops, hats, sweaters, pants, socks, shirts, fucking, I don't know, books,
Underpants.
fucking newspapers, fan magazines. I don't know, literally everything I have. I have at least everything one of Metallica. So
Yeah, that's Metallica. for you.
obsessed a little bit, overly obsessed fanboy, definitely.
That's how I am with the Beatles, and proud of it. Not gonna
Amen.
lie.
Although now I've been finding more Motorhead because I need something a lot louder.
Ah, the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades.
Good
All right, Dawson, your turn. What heals you with music?
Healing music for me, the first one I'd go to is "Don't Worry, Be Happy" by Bobby McFerrin. I got the single a few months ago, and I thought it was from Bob Marley because it was reggae. It was like it sounded the same basically. And on YouTube, you type in "Don't Worry, Be Happy," and you have Bob Marley's face, but it's Bobby McFerrin's
Oh, they
song.
trick you.
Yeah, they tricked me. But I like to pretend it's still Bob Marley because it just when you listen to reggae, it's like you think of Bob Marley. And then again, a few years ago, I met Bob Marley's guitar player, Al Anderson. He played a couple cities away here in St. Catharines, and I met him after the show. I shook his hand, and he signed my Exodus. I think he signed my Exodus. He didn't play on that album, but he did that tour, and then he played on a couple other albums and toured. He's one of the original Wailers. So, yeah, again, Don't Worry, Be Happy. It's just got a good message to it. And there's been many times it brought my spirits up high. So that's it brought them up high. So yeah, there's
Brought your hopes up high when the Leafs bring it down.
Actually, there are two songs that I think has the message to bring people up, and there are two different styles. There's a Swedish singer that I admire very much, that I like a lot. His name is Peter Lemark. He has a fantastic voice. He has amazing personal lyrics and a fantastic composer. In 1986, he had a depression. Around 84, 85, 86, he had a depression because his early 80s career hadn't been all that much. He had been doing crap albums that didn't sell hardly anything. He was in a TV show where he was totally overpainted and sang Irene Cara's Flashdance, and he made a fool out of himself. And they say that, hey, you burned this career. And he fell into depression, and he sat down, and in the depression he wrote lyrics that was heavily inspired. And one of the songs he wrote was a naked song called Jag ska gå hel ur det här. I'm going to go whole through this. And it was definitely that he said that no matter how much depression he had right now, he's going to go whole out of this. And that I thought was a real positive message that you can listen to when you're having depression. I'm going to go whole out of this. And the other one is a song that I hated when it came, but the more years came, I kind of like it, and it has a much more positive. Today is seen more like as a joke, but it has more positive vibes than you might imagine. And it's Chumbawamba's Thumb Thumping.
Really?
Listening to that. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. That is a positive message.
It is. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I didn't like it back then, but I've learned to realize it for what it is today. I love it today.
Oh no, I mean, I think that's fair.
Well, I'd ask Mason, but he's still leading, so I'm gonna wait till he's finished, and then I'll ask him what.
I can go ahead and respond.
All right. So, what heals you when you're down? What music, or songs, or something like that?
Well, I think the easiest answer to that, because like at this point in time, I have my music tastes are basically all over the place. But off the top of my head, if I had to pick something that was just the question is, like something comforting to hear when you haven't been in the best mood lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always like to pop in. Well, 5 years ago, I would say pop the CD of it in, but nowadays I would say I just pull it up on my phone. But every now and then, I'm craving to just hear a very certain Beach Boys greatest hits album, just because that particular one reminds me of when I was a little kid, and my grandparents would always be playing it in the car rides and stuff.
No, that's
It
pretty
was
cool.
it was that one that came out in the mid '90s, I think. The 20 Good Vibrations, that one.
Oh, that's yeah. Good Vibrations is a great song. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm feeling stressed or something, I just throw that on, and it just makes me remember those old times.
It's
Yeah.
funny, it's funny how music is almost like a time traveler. When you hear a
Mhm.
certain song, it'll take you back in time, when you first heard that song, or back to a time where you enjoyed being.
I
Yeah,
can't imagine how many times a day I think of that.
Really?
it definitely gives me a nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what makes me feel good when I'm down. Even now, I'm still depressed, but you wouldn't notice it. But I'm looking for something first to read you from this book. If I find it,
Oh, food time for daddy. I'll be back.
you're hungry, huh? He's a hungry guy. If I find it.
Daddy gets hungry.
Okay, here we go. In this book, it shows me here, the Wings book I'm reading, selected best-selling albums of 1971. So we have the UK and the US. So first the UK. Bridge Over Troubled Water, Simon and Garfunkel. Every Picture Tells a Story, Rod Stewart. Sticky Fingers, The Rolling Stones. Motown Chartbusters, Volume 5, various artists. Electric Warrior, T-Rex. Mudslide Slim and the Blue Horizon, James Taylor. Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, The Moody Blues. I have that album. Andy Williams' Greatest Hits. Andy Williams, of course. Ram, Paul and Linda McCartney. Tapestry, Carole King. Now the US ones. Jesus Christ Superstar, a rock opera, Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. Tapestry, Carole King. Close to You, Carpenters. Pearl, Janis Joplin. Full Tilt Boogie Band, Abraxas, Santana. The Partridge Family album, The Partridge Family. Sweet Baby James, James Taylor. Tea for the Tillermen, Cat Stevens. Greatest Hits, Sly and the Family Stone, and Chicago 3.
I just want to make a point of something here, James.
What?
As you were listing those off, we need more representation of solo Beatles work, and the only one that I heard on that list was Ram.
Because it's going. It's going by year.
I don't know. Imagine didn't even make that list.
Well, it did. Yeah, it made the list, so that's what's there.
Oh, it did. I didn't
Yeah.
hear it mentioned.
Oh, Ram is in there. Yeah.
No,
So
I know Ram's in there, but I didn't hear anything else from solo Beatles mentioned.
well, no, but there is other ones that were mentioned earlier previously in the book.
Okay.
But I just want to read that part because that's the only page I could remember where they had a listing.
And
So
also, I mean, no representation of the Beach Boys Surfs Up. I mean, contrary to what that album title is, it's very much like an ironic title for the album, because you put on an album called Surfs Up and you're thinking, oh, you're gonna have some fun in the sun, surf music. No,
Like surf rock.
But the list of those what you just listed was for 1971, though, right?
yeah.
It's for a particular year.
Hmm.
I know, but that album did come out in '71. The one that I
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of all those albums I just listed, Dan, what was one of your favorites on there?
In 1971, I was 13 years old, 14 years old. And I hadn't really got into anything heavy at the time, so it had to be either the Carpenters or no, I like Carole King. Carole King was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Tapestry, that was a good album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mentioned two albums that by far was the best one. The Chicago 3 and Tapestry.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew you were going to go for Chicago, Jorgen, all the way, definitely.
Yeah, I'm a big Chicago fan too.
Which
I
Chicago
have-
album was it that
I
had?
have all everything, all Chicago albums from 1 to 19.
I always liked Chicago because, when I was a kid, I played the trumpet. So Lee Loughnane was my hero. I loved watching Lee Loughnane play that trumpet. And in 2001, we went out to Las Vegas just to see Chicago. And we're at the Wayne Newton Theater, and they got these little ramps that kind of come out into the audience where, we have a regular dinner table. And they're playing one of their songs, I forgot what song it was, but Lee Loughnane's walking out on the runway, and he's standing right in front of my table playing a solo. I'm going, oh my God.
That's amazing.
Which album was it from Chicago that had "Feeling Stronger Every Day"? I think that was their album that they put out in '73, right?
Feeling Stronger Every Day.
It would be 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I don't think it was their 1971 album.
Yeah, I think that was about, I'm thinking 73 or 74. Let me look
And
at it.
I saw an interesting video online where somebody was proving a point that Chicago's album titles were very lazy. It was just Chicago 1, 2, 3, whatever. But then you get to 78, and you're like, oh no, they decided to switch things up and actually give a unique title to this album because founding member Terry Kath accidentally shot himself.
Yeah, Hot City album.
Wait, what?
I know.
Yeah,
that's just what this guy was saying that on the video that I was watching.
Yeah, Feeling Stronger Every Day came out in 73.
Problem is that album is one of the weaker albums.
Which one?
The one you mentioned, Hot in the City.
It came out in 78 is what they said.
And what's the one you like, Jorgen, with the numbers in the song?
25 or 64.
Yeah, that one.
25 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
25 or 64. The original.
Yeah.
I think that was on.
Oh, that was an early.
What year did their first album come out?
That's on 2.
Yeah,
That's
it
on
was
Chicago
early.
too.
The one after Chicago Transit Authority
Ah,
from 1970. Amazing album. I think 25 or 64 is such an amazing.
The question to really be asked here is, did Chicago ever do anything that could stand on par with Peter Cetera's material after Peter Cetera left?
No. To me, when with the downfall of Chicago, I think was when Terry Kath, died, and then when Peter Cetera left. To me, that was the downfall of Chicago because Peter Cetera was kind of the voice of Chicago.
Yeah, and a lot of what casual Chicago fans, a lot of what they interpret with Chicago is that string of those early 80s ballads that they were putting out. Hard to Say I'm Sorry, You're the Inspiration, that kind of stuff. Those are a lot of the songs that they mention a lot.
I'm a little odd.
You don't really hear them mentioning anything past Peter Cetera leaving.
I'm a little odd when it comes to Chicago as a Chicago fan because I like almost any era. I like the jazz rock era in the beginning. I love their more popular, soft pop in the mid 70s. I like their power ballad era in the early 80s. When it comes to after Pete Cetera left, I would say that, of course, I think that Bill Champlin was actually a good singer. I would say that
Hey.
one of my absolute favorite Chicago songs that actually is a good one. That one was after, but it is one of the few that actually stood out, and that was "Look Away." "Look Away" was a huge hit back in 1989, though we tend to forget it today. But it was a great ballad. However, after "Look Away," I admit I have lost check on Chicago after 1989. I have literally no check. I will, of course, if I find one newer, I would get it and I would get my opinion about it. But from now, I concentrate on 1 to 19. But I like Chicago period, any era, and I know that I'm very odd in that opinion. But
Mhm.
that is because my musical taste is so wide.
There was one song that they put out that I heard that was post Peter Cetera leaving, I think like right after, and I listened to it and I'm like, whatever lead singer they got sounded very close vocally to Peter Cetera. I first thought it was Peter Cetera, and then I had to look the song up and find out that it was post him leaving. But it was like right after, and I don't remember what that song was, but it was I listened to it. I'm like, wow, this can actually probably stand alongside those
If I'm not
ballads
wrong,
from the
right after Pete
80s that they were putting out.
if I'm not wrong, right after Pete Cetera left, it was Robert Lamb or Bill Champlin.
I tell you what, no, it was definitely not Robert Lamb because I've heard Robert Lamb's vocals. You forget that there's a Beach Boys / America / Chicago supergroup that did like one album, and I've heard Robert Lamb's vocals, and I'm like, nah, Robert Lamb sounds nothing like Peter Cetera.
Mhm.
But whatever this song was, I don't remember it by title, but it was definitely in the style of those ballads. And it came out from my research right after Peter Cetera left.
Well, I recall that right after Pete Cetera left, they released a new version of 25 or 624.
They did.
And
not-
I'm very much twisted and split about that version because I think it is far from the original. The original is far eons better, but I'm not going to say that version is particularly bad. It has some great moments. It has some great beat of it, but of course it is it is paling a lot comparing to the original.
I just found the song that I was thinking of. It is "Will You Still Love Me" off of Chicago 18 from
Yeah,
1986.
that is if I'm not wrong, isn't that the follow-up to
Yeah,
Look
I
Away?
think it is.
To Look Away. In that case, it is Bill
But
Champlin.
the
Should be Bill
vocals,
Champlin.
the guy doing the vocals on it sounded so much like Peter Cetera to me.
But I wouldn't say that Bill Champlin sound that much like Pete Cetera.
Well, it was enough to where I thought when I first heard the song that it was Peter Cetera singing.
I have that the song on 45 if I'm not wrong.
Well, if you look at the group America, when you hear "A Horse with No Name," you think it's Neil Young doing the lead vocals, don't you think, Dan? The way his voice
Yeah.
on the
No,
first
no,
part
no.
of the journey, it actually does
No,
sound a bit
James,
like him.
It's definitely Jerry Beckley.
Yeah, because it throws you off at first. I'm
It's
like, "God,
it's
Neil
most
Young."
clearly Jerry Beckley.
Yeah, I knew that, but
Amer-
it does
Amer-
sound like him.
I have a hard time listening to Neil Young's voice, and I think that Horseman of Name is a fantastic song, and I don't think it sounds at all like Neil Young, in my opinion.
But I had a 45 of the Glory of Love by Peter Cetera from the Karate Kid Part 2. I always loved
I have
that
it all.
song.
I have it also.
That's a classic. Now I'm going to give you my healing music. What gets me through the day. So
Beatles.
of course, yes, that's a given. So every morning I wake up, I feel like melancholy in the morning. I don't know why. I'm even depressed right now, but I'm happy at the same time, if that makes any sense, because I got all my good friends here with me today, hanging out, talking about our favorite thing, music. And I wake up in the morning, I go upstairs, get my pills all ready, get my coffee, take my pills, come down, put my headphones on, and I wait for breakfast at the Beatles every morning. from Monday to Friday, I listen to Breakfast with the Beatles. Wednesday night is my Healing Wednesday, as I call it, and I have my Fab Forum. Most nights I listen to it, and other times I call in. I'm a regular on there. They all know me now.
James,
Yeah.
I made a slight misconception on the song "A Horse with No Name." The lead vocalist is not Jerry Beckley. He's actually on the backing vocals.
Okay.
Oops.
That's okay. That's okay.
How can you?
So, yeah, the Beatles comfort me. I find comfort in the Beatles. Sometimes Elvis. Elvis helps me get through a day as well. And recently, when it was Elvis's birthday, I wish, Dan, you could have been here last Sunday for my stream. I would have loved to have had you on the panel for the Elvis one because I had my Elvis shirt on. I had scarves around my neck. I was singing Elvis songs. We were talking about Elvis movies and everything. It was just amazing.
That was for his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, when I shook hands with Elvis Presley, it was the day after his 38th birthday, so it was January 9th.
Wow.
So it was about 53 years ago.
That's amazing. Yeah, I just texted Kate to see if she's going to come join us so she can see you. She'll be like, Dan's on the panel with you. I'm just waiting to hear her say that. I hope she gets in here and gets her butt up here with us because I know she'll want to see you in Dawson because I told her Dawson's here too. So I'm like, yay. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So we did that. I did that. And a few days on his actual birthday, January 8th, I went on the Beatles channel in the morning. Because normally on his birthday or the day he dies, I devote the whole day to the Elvis channel. But I still have to hear my Breakfast with the Beatles because I'm like that. I'm a religious Beatles fan. Breakfast with the Beatles every day. Then after I put Elvis on all day long, and they played a song by Elvis called "My Wish Came True," and I've always loved that song. But for the first time, this song had me sobbing like a baby. I cried and cried and just, I was crying ugly tears. That song's never made me cry before. And to this very day, I cannot figure out why it made me cry.
James knows which Elvis song always gets me emotional.
Oh, yeah. And you know the other
And
one.
one that always gets you emotional.
If I Can Dream. Yeah. If you were to play that right now, I'd have to leave the room.
It just like tugs at your heartstrings.
But also, I like to listen to Classic Rewind. Do you ever listen to that channel on Sirius XM, Dan?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
They play some good shit on there. And I also like the soundtrack to Dr. Zhivago by Maurice Jarre. I find that comforting and healing as well. And of course, like I said earlier, Victoria Joy. She'll be live tomorrow. So I'll be in her chat, listening to her sing, and I'll be requesting songs. And of course, I'm going to request "Be Free" because that's always my favorite song. I told her once, I said, it's like you're giving a big comforting hug. She says, James, that's so sweet of you to say that, and it is. And if you hear that song, you'll just want to hear it over and over again because she has an amazing voice. And Dan, I hope you do check her out.
Yeah. We said tomorrow?
Yeah. You got the link, right?
I don't think so. No, I don't have that.
Dawson, can you put them out again?
Yeah.
Put out the Twitch one first and then the YouTube second.
Oh, I see it up here.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
And if you see me in there, I'm under the name Mean Mr. J.
Okay.
Now, can you guess what Beatles song I took that from?
The same one that Joe Mayo took it from?
Mean Mr. Mustard. Yep.
Mean Mr. Mustard. Yeah,
so I went with Mean Mr. J. So I thought that would be good. And then on Discord, on Beatles Fan, as you all know that. And Dawson, for a while, he was doing a lot of karaoke of Beatles. And yeah, are you still doing that, Dawson, the karaoke thing?
Yeah, I picked it up again. A few days ago, I was at my band leader moved to a new residency, and we go there every Tuesday night. And I picked up where I left off. So it was Devil in Her Heart, Devil in Your Heart by the Beatles, from the With the Beatles album, their second one, the black and white.
Mhm.
And John Lennon. I think John Lennon was the lead singer on that one.
Yeah, it
So
was.
on Tuesday, I will be doing. There's one more. I think it's the second to last track on that album. It's a George song, and that will conclude the second album in the Beatles discography.
Because I have the U.S. version of that one
I
called Meet
don't
the
mean-
Beatles.
I don't mean to interrupt this, but I just want to throw this fact out here. George Harrison is actually the lead vocalist on Devil in Her Heart, because when you said John, I was
Okay,
like,
cool.
I
Yeah.
was trying to think back first. I'm like, no,
Oh yeah, that's right. It is.
I think
it
I
is
remember George being the lead vocalist on
It
that
is
song.
George. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to look it up and make sure I'm right, and
Cool.
I am.
Thanks, Mason.
But also, James, one more thing I wanted to say real quick while we're on this Beatles subject matter, and then y'all can get back to your conversations. In
Okay.
short opinion, I think that Revolver is, in my opinion, better than Sgt. Pepper in every way. Sorry.
You've always been saying that to me, but Sgt. Pepper is still my favorite album.
And I
of all
can't
time.
take David seriously right now with
Yeah.
the freaking shining Jack
Oh,
Nicholson. thing.
that is great.
Oh, I love it. Oh my god, that is cool, Davis.
Anyway, James, I'll be right back in a few moments. Talk
Okay.
amongst yourselves.
All right, take your time.
The next
well-
song on Tuesday will be Not a Second Time. Not a
Well,
second
I
time.
have the American version of that Meet the Beatles because that was the only album that had my favorite song on there, This Boy. So I took that one, but I still have to get With the Beatles. I got to get the UK copy of that as well. Because I'm a completist, so I got to have every single Beatles album that was ever made. And I'm trying to look for Magical Mystery Tour, but so far, I'm not lucky finding it in the wild. Because you in the States, you can find everything where you are, Dan. You can get anything you want. I can't even find half the shit I'm looking for sometimes. And I'm looking for a Moody Blues album in Search of the Lost Chord. I can't find that. Because my favorite song is on there, Ride My Seesaw. Do you know the album I'm speaking of?
Oh yeah, I've got that album.
I'm picking his nose.
Okay.
It's on anger management.
Just don't let Blood see you do that. Blood will not like that. Now you're asking who's Blood? Well, Blood is one of our friends. He goes by the name Bloodsucking Freak, but we call him Blood for short. But his real name is Sam. He's from Luxembourg, and we hang out with him on Discord a lot. And this guy's really cool. He was on my panel last weekend. I'm surprised he's not here today. Wow, we're going 2 hours and 12 minutes. We're just keep going, David. Dawson, you're doing good today. I'm surprised you're lasting this longer.
Funny.
I don't say we're going to go the whole 4 hours, but we'll go maybe 3 at the most if we can. I'm just hoping that I just hope that Kate will join us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop off here in a few minutes.
Yeah. But I'm so glad you're here today, Dan. I hope you come on more often with us.
Yeah, I'll be around.
And I need to set up a day for you to be here and we can do the interview because I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
And I want you to bring on with you your some albums, your top 5 favorite albums of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to be a great thing. I'm not writing down any questions. I'm just going to go by the top of my head. That's the way I like to work. I pretty much know what I'm going to ask you anyway. And I know you don't even have to show me the bottom of your shirt. I already know it's Abbey Road.
Oh yeah.
I can tell from the skyline.
Yeah.
And if you look in the very corner here of your shirt, there's a guy that's standing on the sidewalk in the back a little bit.
Really?
Yep, there's a
Wait.
guy that's not supposed to be in the shot. Like he's back over this side. Move over to the left here a bit. Now he's right in the back. You
Oh
can't
yeah,
really tell
I
on
see
the
him.
shirt.
Yeah.
You see him?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, there's a guy right in the back there. You see him, Dan?
No, make me big.
All right, I'll make you big. Yeah, because Yeah, he's right there.
I think it's Pete Best.
No, no, he's somewhere by that car over there. By the yeah, right there. Yeah, he's around in there. You see him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's.
Oh
that's
yeah,
the guy.
he's standing under the tree.
Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the guy. Yeah,
And there's a family in the background, and then another guy.
yeah, they got caught in the shot too.
There's also people from Abbey Road Studio hanging out there. That's Abbey Road Studio right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And those are actually employees of Abbey Road.
Ah. So that's where Abbey Road Studio was. I thought when you go, it was there in the background that you couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's back probably 50 yards from the intersection.
Ah. Okay. I was going to save this for the interview, but I'm excited to know.
Yeah.
What was it
In
like?
fact, it was
walking?
like 4 weeks ago, I think I walked across Abbey Road. So
Yeah, I want to know what was the experience like, where you walked, where the legends were, where my favorite Beatle, John Lennon, walked across that zebra crossing. What was it like for you?
There's a lot of people there doing it, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to dodge that traffic because they don't. I mean, they will stop for you, but you know, you try to wait till there's a clearing, and everybody starts running across. Well, no, I want one by myself. So it's massive. It's controlled chaos is what it is because everybody wants to get a picture of themselves you're doing that crossing. And what I did, I got lucky. I just sat there for quite a while, wait until everything kind of died down. There's no traffic. And I had a 360 camera on a selfie stick. So I'm walking across. That's how you get the video. Looks like someone's recording me, but it's actually on a selfie stick.
I feel bad. I feel so bad for the people who are just trying to live, who just happen to live on Abbey Road. You know what I mean? Like, they must be so mad. Fuck, I just
Hey,
want to
Kate.
get to work.
Who's here, Dan? I'll stay in chat. No problem, Kate.
Hey, Caitlin.
Imagine the future generation thinking, there was something I don't understand what's so big about this street that my grandfather keeps coming here every day. There was some stupid popper walking over the line here.
It's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that because when I took the Uber ride over to Abbey Road from my hotel, he was from India, and he didn't understand what was going on either. He said every time he goes, what is Abbey Road? You know, he goes, every time I go there's lots of people crossing the street. He goes, he didn't understand what was going on, so I had to explain to him what it was all about. And he'd been in London for like 20 years and had no clue what this Abbey Road crossing thing was.
Well, my boy Ringo is on it, so
we got Roger. Confession time. That's me in the background. The whole reason they made the cover was because they wanted a picture with me. That's a good one, Roger. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one.
There are a lot of people who are like, I was in the background. Oh, yeah, where? Oh, I was in my house. That doesn't count, bro.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't count.
Like, I live on the road. It doesn't count. You have to be in the shot. Like, do we even know who the guy is that's in the back there? Do you know? Is he just a random guy?
Yeah,
And when I
had
don't
an interview with him 30 years later.
That actual day of the crosswalk when they got the actual Abbey Road picture.
Dawson sent it to me.
Where was all the crowds? Like,
well,
I think if you just go on YouTube, search it up, they did an interview with the guy. They did a reenactment shot, and then he talked about for 5 minutes how he was just, checking up on his car and getting some things out of his car and doing his groceries.
Yeah,
caught one of the most iconic shots of all time.
You got to remember too, but back in those days, they didn't, it wasn't famous yet. And it's kind of funny how they even decided to do the Abbey Road crossing because they hadn't even had a name for the album yet. And Paul McCartney said they were sitting in the studio, and one of the engineers had smoked a pack of cigarettes called Everest, and he goes, "Oh, that'd be a good name for the album, Everest." He goes, "It's big, well known." He goes, "That'd be great for the album." Then they started thinking about what would we put on the cover. Well, we could go to Mount Everest, but that'd be quite a hell of a trip to do something like that. Then someone came up and said, "Well, why don't we just go outside and take a picture?"
Yeah.
Okay, so they went across the street and let's cross the crossing, and they did that quite a few times, but they finally got the actual photo. And at one point, I remember the Wonder Brothers crossings, McCartney's wearing sandals, course, and now the final picture, he's barefooted, smoking a cigarette. And that had a lot of things to do. People thought that was a sign about, remember when the rumor was Paul was dead?
Yep.
Then that somehow they try to relate that to Abbey Road. But yeah, they did the Abbey Road crossing, just a spur of the moment thing. And as they said, it was cheaper and less intrusive. Instead of going to Mount Everest,
Oh, yeah. But I guess they have to stop traffic and everything with the cops so they can get the photo shoot done.
They did, yeah, because the photographer he was out in the middle of the street, on a stepladder when he took that picture. And I tried to, when I was there, I tried to recreate the same thing. There's a little island out there with like a statue and everything on it, but it's not quite in the center. So I got some snapshots that are similar to what you see on the original photo, but it wasn't quite centered and not quite as high.
Oh, I got to see that photo.
Oh, well, I got it somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you can send it to me on Facebook, I'd love to see that.
Well, let me see if I can bring it up now.
I'm excited to see that. Yeah, that'll be cool.
While you're doing that, I just thought of this as we're talking about Abbey Road. There was someone on YouTube mapped out where all the Beatles lyrics are around the world and saw how long around the world, how many miles or kilometers it was. Does anyone know what video I am talking about? Because I can't find it again.
I don't know. I didn't even know this video existed till you said it just now.
It's like the Beatles mapping songs around the world or something.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it.
Whoa. Are you still here, Kate?
Oh, Vanity. That's why I found it.
Oh, you found it.
I was looking up Rolling Stone magazine because I thought they did. Here you go, James. There you go.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'm sure Dan will be interested in that as well.
Hey, I was in the right path by looking up Rolling Stone magazine. Just wasn't Rolling Stone magazine. It was Vanity Fair, but still, it's actually quite interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna bookmark this. So I can watch that after. I definitely want to see that. That looks really cool. Yeah, that
came
should
up
be cool.
randomly on my YouTube. It comes up every couple years, so I'm glad I refound it before I lost.
He found it. Yes, there we go. Let's see this. Oh,
yeah, it's just a normal fucking street.
Yeah. And Abbey Road is back to the left. You can see the rooftop of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really far away shot.
I got a couple others here I can bring up.
That's pretty cool that you got to walk across that. Man, I hope one day I could do that crossing too. Maybe you and I can do it, Dawson, with Jorgen and Dan. We can all go as the Beatles. I'll go as John. I'll wear all the white. I'll be John Lennon. I'll lead the parade.
I'll bring my denim vest and my blue jeans.
Yeah. Who are you going to be, Jorgen? You could be Ringo.
I'm not Paul McCartney because I don't fit walking barefooted.
No. Well, I'm going to be John.
I'm already George.
You can be George. Dan can be Paul. Oh my God. Oil the bloody door.
What about blood?
Hold on.
That's Abbey Road Studio.
Wow. That is so cool.
Nice graffiti art.
Wow.
That guy looks like.
Oh, I've got chills going up my spine seeing this. Oh my God, this is so cool.
I like the guy. I like the guy looking like someone who's active.
Wow.
Someone is going to shoot me.
Oh my God, this is so cool. Kate, I'm nerding out right now.
Nerd!
Oh, I'm not going to pass out. I'm trying not to. I'm gripping my desk here. I'm gripping. I'm holding on for dear life here looking at that thing.
You're gripping?
Yes. Oh my God, that was beautiful.
I like the guy. I like the guy who walked there and looked like, what's happening?
That
Yeah.
was Dan. that was amazing. Oh my God.
Let's see what else I got here.
Nerdjacking you are. Yes, I am. And yep, I'm nerding out over my Beatles. Oh, did you get to go inside Abbey Road?
No, of course that's all gated off. You got to have business inside. But right next door, it's called Abbey Road Studios.
Look right.
It's kind of
they're doing the famous album cover.
Yeah.
Look at this. I love it. Whoa.
Only they're going the wrong direction. They should have been going the other way.
Yeah. Well, I know they did a backward shot at that too, going that way too.
The video's skipping.
Yeah. Oh no. There we go.
Oh well, that one.
That is so cool.
And he told us of his life that there would be lots of Millies.
Oh, don't make me blush again. Oh my God.
Ah!
You love to do
You
that.
gotta get Millie on one of your live streams. Like, literally, dude.
Kate, we have to do that. We're going to Abbey Road. You could be Linda.
Can
Okay,
I
here's a sign.
be Ringo?
Here's a sign that's
Maybe.
posted on Abbey Road.
Ah. No entry. Members of the public are permitted to access the car park. But don't they let someone in for tours at times?
No, they're still conducting business there. In fact, I got a friend that's in a band that's
Oh,
based
yeah?
in London, and he's recorded at Abbey Road
Oh, wow.
Studios before, so it's still an active studio.
Yes, I'm red. I'm red. Yes, I'm red in the face. Yes, because
Thanks for showing that.
yeah, because Mr. Davis here had to say Millie's name, my crush. I could strangle you right now.
What did I do?
You made me blush.
I was singing Yellow Submarine. James. Spelled Jamyz because I'm fancy.
What else do I have here?
Hold on. My sister just texted me. Or my mom just texted me to see how my stream's going. I said it's going amazing. We're still going strong. I can't believe we're going longer this time. This is amazing. Who's good? Yep. Okay. Yeah, this is a great stream today. Thank you guys for helping me out. I really appreciate you guys. Because my regular co-host Judah, she's going to be away for a while. She won't be back till the middle of February. But I'm glad I have you guys to help me. And Dawson, I didn't think you were going to go this long with me. You surprised me today. You really
Hey, we got Dan on the panel here. I gotta show up.
Yeah.
We got a horseman over here.
Yeah, we got one of the horsemen. Oh, we got another picture. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the cream-colored building in the center there. That's Ozzy Osbourne's childhood home.
Ooh, look at that, Kate.
Loaded. Ooh.
Number
Ozzy
4.
Osbourne's
It's just
childhood
a house.
home, Kate. Wow.
Yeah, it's in Aston. It's on
How the
the,
hell did they think of that third house? I
That's
mean,
a small house.
they were
Oh, yeah.
thinking the one is red, yellow. No, I keep it gray.
well, they used it for. I saw a clip of Ozzy out in front of this house back in 1995. Back then, none of them were painted. They were all the brown brick colored. But since then,
Yeah.
they've painted them. And you know, it's not a very nice neighborhood. Let me tell you, I was a little nervous when I was there, and you know, people told me, well, good thing you went during the daytime because you don't want to be in that neighborhood at night. It's not a good neighborhood. So, and I felt a little odd because I actually walked up to the front door, and on the frame on the brick, when Ozzy was a kid, he actually carved something into bricks. It says Iron Void. That was something he wanted to name a band, Iron Void. And the brick right above it, he carved his name, John, into the brick, and it's still there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is it
Well,
really?
he did write the song Iron Man, so we got that out of
Yeah, He had Iron Man, and he also has Into the Void,
Ooh.
another one of his songs.
And look, Kate is in love with it, Dan. She loves it. What can I say? That is so cool, man.
And let's see what else I got.
I love the show and tell. This is great. Oh, this stream turned out better than I thought. I'm so happy. And if I'm emotional, it's not my depression. I'm just happy. I'm just happy I have everybody here today.
Okay, this is the Crown Pub in
Ooh.
Birmingham, and this is where Black Sabbath played their very first gig when they were known as Earth.
Earth.
Yeah, and
Oh, wow.
then of course they later became Black Sabbath. Also, Judas Priest has played there.
Ooh.
A lot of Robert Plant's bands before he joined Led Zeppelin performed there.
Wow.
I mean, it's a historical site. It's right now it's empty. There's nobody occupying it, but I heard they're gonna renovate it and open it up to the public in the near future. So right
Yeah, I
now
was gonna say, don't tear that down. That's a piece of
Oh.
history right there, man.
it is, and it's directly across the street from the Birmingham train station, which is very convenient.
Wow. That is so cool.
And if you notice in the pictures windows, they got pictures of Black Sabbath.
Yeah, that's cool. Where's Ozzy?
He's
Is
right
he near
there.
the door?
Yeah, see the lady with the stroller? That's him right there.
Oh, cool. Wow, we got Ozzy there.
I didn't even recognize him at first. God damn.
Wow. That is so cool. Yeah, that's really neat. Yeah, they got to keep all these historical places open to the public. They're tearing down a lot of historical places, and they shouldn't do that.
Tis
Oh,
a
we got some-
oh no.
Now, because that place is considered the birthplace of heavy metal,
Wow.
so they can't be tearing it down. They got to keep it. And even Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath said that a lot of places in the UK are preserving their historical heavy metal sites. And he said he doesn't want Birmingham to be left behind. So hopefully they're going to do something with this place.
Well, a lot of people say that the Beatles, when Paul McCartney wrote Helter Skelter, they say that was the first foray into heavy metal, the way it sounded. And I have to agree with that, too. It does have a heavy metal sound to it because he wanted it really heavy and loud. Yeah. So I guess that really was the first heavy metal song, if you think of it.
And of course, let's
Modern heavy metal song.
What do we got here?
This is the Black Sabbath mural wall.
Oh, I love that. Whoa, that is so cool. Check that out, baby.
Well, that wall is about a block long, and I've got all sorts of pictures. They got individual pictures of Black Sabbath painted on there. And
wow.
Let me see if I can bring up another one real quick.
Oh, I bet Kate's nerding out right now. She's probably drooling right now. Kate, do you need me to throw you a napkin or two? Look at this. This is like, oh.
Okay, there's another one.
Ooh. Nice. Man, you did a great job on this. This is like cool. You might want to kick the other one down there. Yeah, because you bring them all up at once. This is just amazing. Whoa. Oh, we got more down here. Okay, I gotta scroll down here. Wait. There we go. That is so cool. Oh, I love it.
Even his fingertips are missing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That is amazing. I love it. Oh, Kate says she loves the purple. Yeah, who wouldn't? That is so cool. Yeah. Oh, we got another one.
Yeah, this right here, this is the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. This is where they have the Ozzy exhibit going on
Well, I like the clock tower.
until September.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, initially it opened up in June of 25, and it was supposed to close in September, last September, but there's such a demand for it, they decided, well, we're going to keep it open until January. And in fact, today was supposed to be the last day, but then there's been such a demand again. There's been 500,000 people viewed that museum so far, and so now they've extended it until September 27th. So it's going to be open for
Nice.
half year, so it's about another 8 months.
Yeah, I got to see your video. You should see Dan's video, James. Yeah, I should. All right, you just got one more to kick down there, and then there we go. Yeah, those are nice. So where can I see your video of that? The whole tour.
It's on my YouTube channel, Just the Facts Man.
All right. And that'll be the latest one?
It's on there somewhere.
Oh, wow.
That's basically what the exhibit isn't really in a room. It's like a long hallway that kind of deads into a stairway, but so it's more like a hallway. But he's got his two Rock and Roll Hall of Fame trophies in there. He's got his Grammy trophies in there. A lot of cool facts, and it's all free too. It doesn't cost anything to go through that.
Wow, that's amazing. Hey, they took that from John Lennon, Working Class Hero.
Very well done.
I like that. That is fantastic, man. Oh, beautiful.
In fact, also on my YouTube channel, I've got a 360-degree video of the museum, of this exhibit at the museum, so you can actually move your phone around and see everything.
Oh, well, I'll have to do it on my laptop because I'm on a laptop. I don't have a phone, nor do I want one. But that is just wow. I am in total shock.
Let's see what else we got here.
That is like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's a picture that's hanging in the exhibit. You can bring that up.
Hold on, I'm just I'll bring it up in a second. I'm just bookmarking something from the private chat. Okay, hold on. Let me bring that up. Here we go. Ooh, that is nice.
Yeah, Birmingham's very proud of Ozzy. It's everywhere.
Kate, we're going there. We're definitely going there.
We have to.
Oh yeah, we're going on a big road trip with everybody.
Well, I'm going to be back there in August, more than likely.
Well, if I had a passport and the money, I'd be going with you, Dan, definitely. And of course, I'm doing a Beatles tour while I'm there.
In fact, let me see.
We're going to Liverpool, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go have a, well, I don't drink anymore, so I'm going to have a Coke in the cavern.
I'll have a Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola with bitters for Lemmy Kilmister.
Ah, nice. That is so cool.
Rip Lemmy. Rip Ozzy.
Oh my God.
There's his Grammys.
Oh, now I think Davis is ruling there. I mean, sorry, Dawson, because we've got two people that have the name with D in here. So that is so cool. I love that.
I know you have the D, but Jesus Christ, James.
Yes, he was talking about that earlier, Kate. That he's gonna try to get tickets for the Hollywood Vampires off their website.
And that's the Black Sabbath bridge.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
And
I love that. Oh my God!
This was taken right after his birthday, and they had set it up, and it's on
Wow,
Broad Street.
that's amazing. Oh, I bet Kate's crying right now looking at this. That is amazing, Dan. Wow.
Let's see. I might look at something here.
Oh, Kate says, "Take me with you." Oh, I know you want to go there. So do I. I think Dawson wants to go too, don't you, Dawson?
Well, the only way I'm going to go is if I get tickets to the Hollywood Vampire show in Birmingham. If I
Hey,
get
Zara.
tickets, if I get tickets, I'm going. And just to make sure, I went ahead and already had reserved a 3-bedroom apartment in London,
Oh, wow.
just to make sure.
Oh, I think around the time you were there, Dan, Greg Bissonette, Ringo Starr's drummer, was there doing tours. I think it was the week after you left. He was doing tours around Abbey Road and around that area for
okay.
the public.
That's nice. Yeah, I know you want to see Hollywood Vampires, but you need a passport and it costs money. And how much are the tickets going for on their website, Dan?
In American dollars, anywhere from 75 to about 120.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not really. It's not too
Considering.
bad.
Probably more for Canadian for me.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm scared to know, but I need to know anyway. Not that I can afford it, but I wish I could. If I could, I'd be there. I almost spilled my drink. I almost threw it across the room.
Well, let's see if this video will work.
All right. Okay. You might want to close the other thing so we don't close
Yeah, I
down the
did.
browser.
There you go.
All right, let's see.
This is just raw video.
Wow. That's amazing.
And the concert for the Hollywood Vampires is in the, you can't really see it, but right directly behind there, you way off in the distance, just see the stadium.
Wow. This is cool. I love how they set up this birthday thing. Oh, there's a scooter. Oh my god, this is amazing.
I think I got
Wow. That was cool, man.
I think I got another one here.
James,
Yes.
one more time just to mess with you.
Oh, you're gonna do it again to me? Oh my god, I want that so bad. Oh.
James, just you're drooling.
I know I'm drooling. Okay, here we go.
Was that actually from 72 or was it later or earlier?
I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh wow. Thank you, Kate. I needed that. Oh, this is amazing. I hope the copyright music won't take me down.
Oh, you know, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. You might want to mute the sound.
I can't mute it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
take that out.
I don't want to take a risk.
Yeah, I forgot about that music.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about raw footage.
Yeah, you never know what's going to pop up in it, but that was amazing. Oh my god, that was amazing.
I may have an edited version of that. Well, in fact, let me show you something here.
All right.
Here we go. Let's see how well this works.
Okay. All right. Hope this
my
one's okay.
For several reasons, England has been a destination that I have been eager to visit. Never having been to the country, my recent friendship with a musician based in Newcastle had strengthened my decision to go. With his band, the Black Eyed Sons, having just commenced their UK tour, I was particularly interested to catch their final show in London. Additionally, I was interested in visiting Birmingham, a city renowned for its association with the origins of heavy metal and iconic figures such as Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, and many more. Thus, my trip to London was imminent. After arriving in London and checking into my hotel, which was just 1 block from the Euston train station, I purchased a first-class train ticket to Birmingham. I was amazed at how well their train system operates. What a nice, smooth, and fast ride it was to Birmingham. In 2022, Birmingham hosted the quadrennial Commonwealth Games, introducing a massive mechanical bull during the opening ceremony. Standing 33 feet tall and weighing 2.5 tons, the gargantuan creature amazed many viewers before seemingly fading into oblivion. That is, until he made a triumphant return to Birmingham in July 2023. Though the bull was to be dismantled after the Games, people on social media campaigned for its preservation, helping it find a new permanent home in the city. The Raging Bull was officially given the name of Ozzy after none other than the former lead singer of Black Sabbath, who grew up in Birmingham. Unveiled by Ozzy Osbourne's wife Sharon and sister Jean, Ozzy the Bull stands towering above passengers at Birmingham New Street Station, a new beloved icon of the city.
Wow.
I was really impressed with their train system over there in England. They got the train system down.
They do.
All right. Tonka.
Tonka.
Yeah, that bull is huge.
He's dead.
Just outside the Birmingham New Street Station is the Crown Pub. This is considered the birthplace of heavy metal. This is the place where Black Sabbath played their first shows while the band was still named Earth and later changed to Black Sabbath. The building is no longer occupied and remains empty, but it will be refurbished sometime in the future since this is a historical site.
What's inside?
Nothing. The Crown, built in 1881, hosted a litany of musical royalty, including
They actually
The Who,
performed upstairs.
Status Quo,
Uh,
UB40, Duran Duran, Thin Lizzy, Mark Bolan, Supertramp, Judas Priest, and a number of Robert Plant's pre-Led Zeppelin bands.
Ooh.
It is often compared to the Cavern Club in Liverpool, which helped launch the Beatles.
Wow.
Black Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi, whose band played many of their first gigs at the Crown, said, "Cities all over the UK are protecting their musical heritage. Birmingham shouldn't be left behind." The Crown has huge significance to us and many other successful acts. It was one of very few venues that supported the emerging rock scene with a blues club and was home to our first ever gig. A few blocks away is the Black Sabbath wall mural that was completed in June of 2025. All 4 members of Black Sabbath signed the wall, and those signatures are protected with a plexiglass covering. Commissioned by Central BID Birmingham and created by Birmingham-born and now globally renowned Mr. Murals, the eye-catching mural has already been stopping visitors in their tracks, but it reached a whole new level of significance as Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward gathered to add their names to the bricks and give their personal seal of approval. The mural, just steps from New Street Station, is fast becoming one of the city's most photographed landmarks and a must-visit selfie spot for fans making the pilgrimage to Birmingham during the summer of Sabbath.
We did the Sabbath got together, the original Sabbath, and we were presented with the Freedom of the City from Birmingham, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, I never thought we'd ever get that, which is a great honour. And also around Birmingham, they'd done Summer of Sabbath, which meant that they had a lot of paintings around of Sabbath on the walls, and it was really good, and all Birmingham became sort of a Sabbath city. It was really great seeing Ozzy, Bill and Geezer for Freedom of the City. And at that point, of course, we were into rehearsals for the Back to the Beginning show at the Villa Grounds in Birmingham. And the amount of bands that turned up to support Sabbath on that was just fantastic. What a great event. And of course it raised a lot of money for charity. It's just unfortunate and sad that Ozzy passed away a couple of weeks after that, which, you know, may he rest in peace.
Black Sabbath bench is a heavy metal bench on Broad Street, which sits above the bridge off Canal Street and celebrates Birmingham's best-known rock band. It was opened in 2019 by Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler in a blaze of publicity following a canal trip through Gaff Street. The idea for the bench came from a superfan, Mohammed Osam, an architect. There are images of the 4 founding members of the band: Tony Iommi, lead guitarist, Ozzy Osbourne, singer, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, drummer. The bridge was reinstalled after refurbishment in January 2021. Following Ozzy Osbourne's death in July 2025, fans transformed Birmingham's Black Sabbath bench on Broad Street into a massive memorial, covering it and the bridge with flowers, heartfelt notes, artwork, and memorabilia. A tradition continued during his funeral procession where his family joined the tributes, with city officials now preserving these poignant offerings. The Ozzy Osbourne Working Class Hero exhibition opened at Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery on June 25th to coincide with Black Sabbath's farewell concert at Villa Park on July 5th. He died 2 weeks later on July 22nd. Initially, the free exhibition was due to close on Sunday, September 28th, but demand from the public has caused the museum to display the exhibition until Sunday, January 18th, to allow for more fans to see it. Since the exhibition's opening, the museum has seen over 96,000 visitors through its doors. That's up It to will 500,000 continue to be on now. display with the support of the Osbourne family.
Wow.
In the wake of Ozzy's death, the museum was home to the official Book of Condolence for the Black Sabbath frontman, which is now closed. The free exhibition was developed in partnership with Central BID Birmingham and showcases some of Osbourne's most prestigious international honors. These including Grammy Awards, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame accolades, MTV Awards, Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Birmingham Walk of Stars honors, and a selection of his platinum and gold discs. There is also photography and video that the museum says chart his journey from a working-class kid from Aston to the world's most recognizable global rock legend. Opening the exhibition in June, Sharon Osbourne said, "I can't begin to tell you how much I love it. Everything has come from this city." She said she hoped the exhibition would inspire young Brummies and make them think, if Ozzy did it, I can do it too.
Full studio. Oh, I love that.
Ozzy grew up in a modest 2-bedroom home on Lodge Road with 5 siblings, 3 sisters, and 2 brothers. Life was crowded and chaotic, but also full of character. The Osborne family didn't have much money, and Ozzy often described their home as a place where you had to queue to use the bathroom. In this clip from 1995, Ozzy points out the carvings he made in the bricks. One says Iron Void, which he thought would be a good name for a band, and he carved his name John above that. I felt a little uncomfortable recording out on the front steps, and I think I didn't look in the right spot for the carvings. Yeah, I totally missed it on the video.
Hmm.
I was looking too high, down lower. The funeral procession carrying Ozzy Osbourne and his loved ones made a poignant detour down the road where he grew up. 2 police outriders led the procession into Lodge Road, Aston, a side street less than a third of a mile from Villa Park's Trinity Road stand during its journey into central Birmingham. The hearse and the following funeral cars slowed as they passed the property, adorned with a picture of Osbourne and numerous other tributes, including a balloon, as a handful of fans and well-wishers paid their respects from the pavement. Speaking to the media before the procession arrived, Mohabbat Ali Zaman, the owner of the terraced house where the then John Michael Osborne was raised, paid tribute to the late music star as a legend who was a true Brummie. The Back to the Beginning concert was a historic 10-hour farewell event held on July 5, 2025 at Villa Park in Birmingham, England. It served as the final live performance for both the legendary heavy metal band Black Sabbath and its lead singer, Ozzy Osbourne. The event marked the first time the original Black Sabbath lineup, Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, performed together live since 2005. A 100-minute film, Back to the Beginning, Ozzy's Final Bow, is scheduled for a theatrical release in early 2026, followed by DVD and Blu-ray. I wish I could have gotten some better footage of the stadium, but it was raining and my Uber driver was impatient.
Yeah, I don't want to piss off the Uber drivers. You almost make us feel like we were there with you. Showing this video is not going to take my screen down, will it?
No,
Okay.
everything. This is how I got it on Facebook and YouTube, so it's good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there was not enough time in the day to see everything I wanted to see in Birmingham. Plus, the rain didn't help at all. But I was satisfied in what I was able to see.
Well, that's a nice.
I made my
dream.
way back to the Birmingham New Street station and caught the train back to London. Once again, I was very impressed with their train system. Once I was back in London, it was just a short walk back to my hotel. And those bullet trains are nice.
Got the early train back to London. Thinking about Yoko. London town.
This is a safety announcement.
Nice purple.
Due to today's inclement weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
Wow. Amazing. See, Oregon, we're
Walking back to the
we're
hotel
walking
on a
along.
rainy, somewhat foggy night in London was just classic. I can see another trip to England for me in the future. I thoroughly enjoyed this trip. I made new friends and saw some very famous and historical sites, some of which were on my bucket list, like seeing Abbey Road Studios and crossing Abbey Road. All in all, a very successful trip. Thanks for joining me and for watching the video. Always a lot of sirens going on in London.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, that's it.
That was, oh my God, phenomenal.
I must say this was an extremely well made documentary.
Man, the way you edited
Absolutely.
Thank
everything
you.
was fantastic. So, you know what? When someone does something, a great achievement, you're getting the Mick Jagger clap.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. You deserve that. Oh my God, that was fantastic.
If I
That
get a
really
better
was.
microphone and would do another travelogue, I might do voiceovers like that.
Yeah, you know what? I got a video production degree. I got my production degree back in 1980, and but I never really had a job doing it.
All right. See you later, Kate. Love you. See you Wednesday.
I never had a job actually doing video. It was always my hobby, but I do have a degree in it. And once I retired, I've been retired now, 13 years. The thing is to keep up with the technology. That's the hardest part. And I've been keeping up with technology, and keeping up with the, standard video production thing, and it's finally starting to pay off. That's all I do now. I just shoot videos, whenever I want, wherever I want. And, it's like I've already in my mind, if I get tickets to the Hollywood Vampire Show, I've already got another video in my mind how I want to create it, so hopefully.
Oh, that's going to be phenomenal. Definitely.
Yeah. But I just enjoy making videos.
I know you do. And
the thing is, a lot of people, and I don't do it for profit. I just do it because I enjoy doing it. It has nothing to do with making money or anything like that, but I've got another video too that I made when I was there, when I was in London. I got a friend that's a lead guitar player in a band called the Black Eyed Sons. I've mentioned in that video.
Yeah.
And so I spent the whole evening with them, videotaping them, setting up the stage, doing sound check during the performance, then the party afterwards, kind of the whole, what a band goes through during the gig. And there was another one I had too. What was it? Oh, of course I did the Abbey Road video. But yeah, to me, it's always fun. I don't like doing a whole lot of narration, even though people say I have a good voice. I just don't like doing the narration. I don't like being in front of the camera either. But sometimes you got to do that a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But
you know what? Maybe next time you do one, you can have Morgan Freeman do it because he's got a great voice for that.
Yeah, he does, really.
I love Morgan Freeman.
I want a bed made out of that voice. It's so nice and soothing to hear him.
And it doesn't cost much either. It says his name, Free Man.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. That's right.
This is Morgan Freeman, and this is the Black Sabbath tour.
Yeah, that would be cool if we did that. Starring Dan Just the Facts, man. So before we go, I'm going to read something to Dan. Because earlier on, at the beginning of the show, Dawson and I did our top 10 Johnny Cash songs. So we went from number 10 to our number 1. So these are mine. I did number 10, I Still Love Someone. 9, A Boy Named Sue. 8, Hurt. 7, Ballad of a Teenage Queen. Number 6, It Ain't Me Babe with June Carter. That's a Bob Dylan song. 5, Jackson with June Carter. Number 4, Man in Black. Number 3, the iconic Ring of Fire. Number 2, Walk the Line. And then my number 1 all-time favorite Johnny Cash song is Folsom Prison Blues.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I hear in Folsom Prison is I won't stay. I can't do the accent, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Everybody loves that part when he sings it, and they all cheer at that part. I don't know why they do.
Yeah.
But they do.
I hear the
They're
train coming.
prisoners.
It's rolling around the bend.
Oh, we hear the whistle blowing, I think.
Yeah, no, it's I hear the train a coming. It's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Then I forget the next part, but you know what I mean.
Yo.
So we've been going for 3 hours and 4 minutes. We almost went to the 4-hour mark, but we're not going to do that today. But I want to thank my panel for being here today. I want to thank Ringo Starr, a.k.a. Davis. I want to thank Jorgen. I want to thank Mason. I want to thank Dan Just the Facts and Kate for being here, and Zara and everybody else who was in my peanut gallery. And, of course, Mr. Dressup. Dawson. And before we go, we always have to do our little song together. Ready? There we go. Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Big Tatanka. Tatanka. Buffalo. Tatanka. Big Tatanka. Tatanka. Buffalo. And of course, Kate's not here to bug us about it, so we can do Tatanka all we want.
I
Yeah.
can do a massive fucking Kirk Hammett sized face palm on that one.
Oh, yeah?
Just
Oh, stop all the wah-wahing.
Yeah.
eh.
And as I say in my channel,
Better.
Beatles forever. See you on the next one. Bye for now. And end stream. Here we go. We're going back.